Oh my God, we are so bad. I think we're about to go live like right now. So if we are, what's up, everyone? It's been a few weeks. We're back for this terrible Green Bay Packer team.
Yeah, no, it's I think the last time we did this, like we were still hopeful about our young team, like showing signs of like what they could grow into, and we've just entered this like month
Rebuild
long
mode.
funk.
Yeah, we started off so good too. Like the first that week one win, hopeful, and then we've just kind of fallen
Should have
apart.
beat the Falcons in week two.
Shoulda.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Backup quarterback Brett Ryan is is in. I'm not sure where
Oh
you're at,
snap! All right,
but
uh, the Rams just had a first down run for 5 yards.
I
In
just
our
saw the first
secondary,
down
though, they
play.
just showed we're starting both. So since we traded Russell Douglas and Eric Stokes is on IR still, we're starting Carrington Valentine opposite of Jair. So that's a
Hmm.
rookie seventh rounder, and then we're also starting Anthony Johnson, rookie seventh rounder at safety. I think that's his first start at safety because it looks like Rudy Ford is inactive today with a calf injury. So we got Anthony Johnson and Jonathan Owens back there. Dude, this secondary, this is a
Dynamic
bad
secondary.
team to be going against with a bad secondary.
Oh my God. Yeah, Rudy Ford, calf injury. He's out for the day. We're gonna get destroyed like throughout the rest of the year on our secondary,
All right, so
which
I
is
know I'm a
wild.
bit ahead of you. I know I'm a bit ahead of you, but
I'm
I
at third
want
and
to
five.
say, yeah. So I just watched that 3rd and 5. Fucking Jair Alexander gets beat for a first down by Puka Nakua,
He's been playing real
rookie.
bad the last couple weeks. He's
Dude,
not
yeah,
been playing well.
he has honestly made me start like at the trade deadline. I was like wondering, like, I mean, if we could get a first or more for Jair, maybe it'd be worth trading him. Like he just, I feel like ever since his shoulder injury, he's never been quite the same. But he's this season he's been particularly bad with that back injury.
I think his back injury's been, I think it's got a little something to do with it. But yeah, he's just been off this year. Yeah, I saw that. I just saw the play. See a first down run by probably Daryl Henderson, picks up like 6, 7 yards.
Yeah. So
I
what do you think
so
about this the Rasul Douglas trade?
it makes sense, I think, from a standpoint that by the time this team's probably competitive again, Rasul Douglas's contract's going to be up, and we probably wouldn't have re-signed him anyway. So we got him off the practice squad from Arizona 2 years ago. He bought, gave him a contract, and we took basically flipped it for a third round pick. I mean, it makes sense, but for this year, it totally sucks.
Yeah,
How about
no,
you?
I agree. It makes sense that like he was not going to be part of the future. You know, he's 29 years old, and we're still in cap trouble next year, so we'd be
Mhm.
looking to cut veterans. Uh, so it makes sense, especially with they're going to want to see what Stokes has when he comes back from IR. But I think Douglas was probably playing better than anyone on our defense this year, other than maybe Gary. Um, and he was really a leader in the locker room, a heartbeat kind of guy.
Mhm.
I know I loved watching him. With this penchant for big plays. I was glad I got to see him in person when we went to Lambeau back in 21.
Oh my God, look how far we're off playing third
Um,
and inches. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay, we stopped him
but
though.
yeah, I think the most interesting thing about the Rasul Douglas trade, yeah, so we do stop him on third down on that little reverse there, so they'll be punting. But yeah, the most interesting thing I think is all right. So we get a rounder uh, in return for a Sewell and a fifth rounder. So it's kind of like all right, it balances out to like a fourth rounder kind of deal. Which that'll definitely help in the upcoming draft. Uh, but it made me start. wondering. I've been a big Gutekunst supporter, and hearing Rasul Douglas talk about like Goot called him up, said you're being traded, and didn't say anything else, and Rasul thought it was a joke at first, until Mark Murphy called him afterward and had a longer conversation, and it makes you start wondering. Like Rogers talked a lot about Gutekunst like not valuing people, and like he didn't treat the players as human beings. Just and you look back his first year that he came in 2018, kind of just ruthlessly cuts Jordy Nelson, a team favorite, fan favorite. Um, and I don't know, like it seems like more things are coming to light, whereas like maybe Gutekunst is lacking in the understanding team chemistry element of roster building. I mean, like I said, I've been a big Gutekunst supporter, whereas a lot of people have hated him ever since the Love pick. But with the way this team is looking this year, I almost wouldn't mind just a full house cleaning. I definitely don't like LaFleur. I've had questions about LaFleur for
I
multiple
actually
years
heard
now, and this year proving that he's not the guy to lead this team.
I actually heard a little bit of a different narrative when I have looked into the Gutekunst comments about Douglas trade, and it was the fact that kind of praising Gutekunst for calling him, because in the past Gutekunst would just call the agent and then tell the player's agent that, hey, tell your player that he's getting traded. So it was kind of like a different narrative. Like Gutekunst went out of his way to call the player, which is something he normally hasn't done in the past. He would just tell the agent, tell him.
Yeah. That's odd
So
to me that he wouldn't call the player in the past. Like that, you're shipping a guy out of town. That
I don't
seems like
know.
something deserving of a conversation.
Yeah,
Um, I'm happy for Rasul though. I think
he gets
he's
he gets a
got the
chance.
opportunity to be a big contributor on the Bills,
Mhm.
and that's a contending team.
He's probably
I
cornerback
really
one on that team.
genuinely,
He's probably
yeah,
DB
yeah. I
one.
mean, with Tre'Davious White out for the year, uh,
Yeah.
but dude, I loved watching Rasul. He was
Mhm.
one of my favorite Packers defenders the past few years. So, good for him.
Update in the game. We did stop him. We get the punt. Let's see. We're on a commercial break right now. Offense has taken the field. No plays, I believe, have been run. And
Yeah, we're
I
starting inside
expect.
our own
Oh,
10.
we should probably like go through our keys to the game on the next break and stuff like that. Since
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that this is a good graphic. So penalties have been killing us this year, especially like on the offensive line. Like ineligible lineman down the field gets called every game, a couple times a game. But hopefully that gets cleaned up. I do expect us to probably feature Aaron Jones a little bit more than we have, but LaFleur we probably won't. Josh Nijman at left tackle today.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
Okay.
that. I'm happy. I'm very happy to see that. He's clearly a better option than Rasheed Walker. I don't know why the coaching staff was forcing Walker out there. Echoes of when they were forcing Jake Hansen out on the field last year. For whatever reason, these coaches cannot seem to see the obvious when it comes to the offensive line, and they kind of get forced. But I know I'm a little ahead of you. First down, we ran Jones for 1 yard. Second down, dump off to Jones for 2. We're in a
Yep.
3rd and 7 inside our own 10 here.
Yeah, I'm currently looking at the Rams defense right now. I believe they're pretty much middle of the pack right now. They still got Aaron Donald, who's a problem. Other than that, no one else really scares me on the defensive end or on the defensive roster. Let's see. It is a shotgun. I got 4 on the play clock. You hit Malik Keith
No,
or
Wicks.
Dontavian Wicks? Dontavian
Yep,
Wicks for
first
a first
down.
down. All right, on a little crosser. Nice.
Yeah. I would love to see more of that. Just the intermediate crosser. It
Did you
should be an easy completion.
Did you listen to Gutekunst's presser? It was the last one he's gonna have for the rest of the season.
What?
Yeah,
No,
like
I
yeah.
I didn't.
I haven't sat down and listened to the whole thing, but I have heard bits and clips and stuff. He basically did not commit to Jordan Love for the future. He said that the next 10 games are still like a tryout period for him. Oh, missed Aaron
Yeah, I
Jones. That could
mean,
have turned into a nice play.
I absolutely think that the Rasul Douglas trade, getting an extra third rounder, definitely ammunition. Stocking up
Mhm.
draft picks for like if we wanted to, we probably could make a move up to try to get a quarterback. Um, that's a pretty nice second down play there.
All right. I'm
Um,
seeing it looks like I'm about to see now. We put Aaron Jones up top. I bet we probably move him in. Yeah, Aaron Jones in the slot right now. We don't move him. Nope. Yes, we do. We'll sweep with him. Yeah, that's not bad. Picked
yeah,
up
well, jet sweep, and then he runs tough, picking up extra
89.
yards. Um,
Yeah, third and
Concentrated
short.
effort to get Aaron Jones the ball today. Kind of should have
Yeah.
been our game plan all year long on offense.
Got one. I hope like it's not just like the first drive is the Aaron Jones drive and then we just don't use him the rest of the game. Like that's happened before too.
Yeah, absolutely has. Um, they slow this down to come out and measure. Um, we're currently marked at 3rd and 1. Let's maybe Jones pushed it for first. We'll see. Uh, ooh, about 1 inch short. It looks like. Yeah, so we're gonna be in a 3rd and inches. Um, what the hell were we saying before that?
Aaron Jones. That's barely short. That's super close.
Oh. We were talking about draft ammunition. So yeah,
Yes.
I could definitely see us if Love bombs for the rest of the season. I could see us pulling a trigger on a new QB. I think the more likely scenario though is that we give Love another year and we just try to surround him with top offensive talent with as many high picks as we can. Like if we could get like a Marvin Harrison Jr. in here, have a true alpha dog #1 receiver to go with guys like Watson and Reed and Dobbs. And then obviously we got to build up the offensive line. That's issue #1 on this team right now.
Big time.
I could definitely see
I
us. I
don't
could see
like how far
Gutekunst.
back J Dillon is in that, but we do pick it up.
Yeah, he picks it up.
He was
Yeah,
really far back.
I could see us sticking with Love for another year and saying that he hasn't had a fair shake this year and try to get him more support next year.
I think it all depends on what pick we get and like who's there at like there's there's supposed to be some really good quarterbacks in the draft this year.
Yeah,
Um, so I don't know. I would
yeah.
not
I
be
mean,
opposed
it's
to it.
we got a long time until draft
Mhm.
day, so we'll have plenty of
Good,
time to
good
speculate
hard
about
run
that.
by John. We AJ Dillon picks up 4 or 5 yards. We are marching. We are controlling the clock. This is what we should have been doing since week one, like running the ball and being efficient. And the offensive line's creating some openings so far. Like we're not getting 1 or 2 yards. We're getting 3, 4, 5 yards on these rounds. We
All right,
put
I want
a
you to watch. I want you to watch Elton Jenkins on this 2nd and 5 play.
He's lined up over Aaron Donald. Mm, yeah, I'm. Doesn't
It's
look like he
not
puts
that's
too much
not
effort.
not Pro Bowl
Moving
level
Donald.
play. He has really been a big disappointment on the line this year. And after we made him the second highest paid guard in the league, I would have hoped for better play.
It does
And
look
on
like he kind
third
of goes. Oh, go ahead. No, I'm
third
about
and
to see
one,
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, we run Jones behind Jenkins, and he gets stuffed. We are rushing out there for 4th. We're going for it on 4th at our own 41, or at
Wow.
least trying to draw them off sides.
We ran all these plays and we're still in Green Bay territory.
Yep. Yeah, I think we're just trying to draw them off. Oh, no. Holy shit. We QB sneak into Aaron Donald, perhaps the greatest defensive tackle to ever play. We make it, but there's a flag on the play.
That's going to be on the offensive line, I bet. Let me see. All right, we move Musgrave.
Dude, I don't love the play call, the QB sneak directly into Aaron Donald.
If there's a flag, I didn't see us move early. I saw no one move early.
Wait. Shh. They're calling offsides on Yosh Nijman, and they're showing the replay. He's nowhere near offsides. I don't know where the fuck this penalty is coming from. It's not even close. So I don't know what the refs just saw, but they just cost us a 4th down conversion.
What? He's not. Yeah, he's nowhere. Can you challenge that?
Can't challenge penalties, I don't think.
Are you serious? Can't that come in from like New York and?
Well, it's a moot point. We've already punted it, and the Rams have a good return. That was bullshit, dude. Nijman was nowhere close to offsides. I don't know what the refs. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on there. We had a 4th down conversion on the QB sneak and gets called back. So this seems like a good time to go through all of our keys and bold predictions, since one of mine is related to just going a single goddamn offensive drive without a penalty.
Let's see. Right. Bold predictions. My first one is Jair Alexander gets an INT today. Yours.
Yeah, I mean, they got a backup quarterback in, so.
Yep. Aaron Jones gets more than 12 carries. That one could come true so far.
Yeah, good start so far here.
Probably got about 4 so far. Boulder, Lucas Van Ness gets 2 sacks. I think the rookie's going to play a lot today.
Okay. He looked good in week 1. Has kind of disappeared since then.
Yeah. Hitting that mid-season rookie wall, kind of. Boulder, for you, Christian Watson makes a big play.
We've been waiting on it all year. Dude, he was a big play machine last year.
Yep,
yeah, no, he's been hot garbage this year.
Yep. Boldest, we play better in the first half than we do in the second half.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I read that so far on the year, in the first half of games, I think we're outscored something like 73-9 or something.
We played so bad in the first half for every single game. We've been so bad, and it's kind of been something that we've done over the course of the last few years, really. Second quarter, we kind of come alive sometimes. In the third quarter, under Aaron Rodgers, would be real bad. But this year, we pretty hot in the third quarter.
Yeah, LaFleur has never been able to put together a solid 4-quarter game plan. Just haven't seen it in his entire 5 years here.
Yours, McVay outcoaches us with a backup QB and beats us by more than 1 score. Totally possible.
Yeah.
New segment, learning. Go ahead. Learning our ABCs.
Yeah. So this is all about watching the young guys looking for progress and growth throughout the year, because it's looking more and more like that is what we have to look forward to. We are back to the game though, so let's hold off on our ABCs. First down run with Henderson, picks up 2 or 3. Hey, hon.
Is Henderson their feature back now, or do they got an injury at running back?
Yeah, they're ooh.
Well, something happens here on second down.
Well, it could have been good. It ends up just being fine. Um, yeah, Kyron Williams is their lead back, but he's
That's right.
currently on IR.
Oh, yeah, Gary almost makes that sack, just gets the ball away.
Yeah, they're gonna
Almost
call face mask on
like,
Gary.
oh, even better. Nice. Where we
Ripien throws up a pass though. It's like that's just showing his inexperience as a backup. We do have opportunity to get turnovers if we can pressure him.
You know what's wild though is like as soon as I saw that we were playing against Ripien or whatever, I didn't feel all that great because Green Bay historically doesn't play great against backup quarterbacks.
You're right, dude. We make backup quarterbacks look like Pro Bowlers routinely.
Yeah, I think about all the ones over the last few years. They all even do you remember that Baltimore one when like Lamar Jackson was hurt and like their backup quarterback came in looked like a franchise quarterback against us, and then the very next
There
week
we
he did
go.
nothing.
Oh, come on. All right, so Rashawn gets a sack here. Just destroys his man. There's another flag on the field though. Let's see what it is.
Hopefully holding on the offense or something.
Nope.
Oh yeah, Rashawn
Offsides on
Gary.
Gary.
Oh, are you serious? Since
Yeah,
we last
he's
podcasted,
offsides.
news on that front, we did sign Rashawn Gary to a 4-year extension, somewhere north of over 100 million. I think he's got 30 something guaranteed. Makes him the fourth highest, I believe. And
Yeah, and I mean he's definitely one of our foundational building block pieces, but you would like to see him take that next step to get in the echelon of, your Myles Garrett, your Nick Bosa, your TJ Watt, um, Micah Parsons. Like Gary is clearly not in that tier right now, but with this extension, he's kind of getting paid like it.
well, he is. I mean, he is coming off of that ACL injury. Hopefully, next year he continues to get stronger, get quicker, and continues to have better seasons ahead. Yeah, it's 1st and 5. They bully ball on a run up the middle for probably a first down. It looked like.
Well, no, they're in a
Gar-
2nd and 1 here. I bet you they're gonna run it and pick it up
Yeah,
though.
Gary comes off the field.
Yep, big run, easy first down. Yeah, I don't think any offense in the entire NFL right now, if they need to pick up 1 or 2 yards against Green Bay, I don't think anyone's afraid to run the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This is going to be a very interesting last 10 games for some of these players. I foresee a lot of our young rookies getting lots of playing time over the next 10
Fumbled
games.
snap. Fumbled snap.
Nice.
Okay. Devondre
Green,
Campbell picks it up. Green Bay
awesome.
turnover.
All right, about to see it right here. 1st and 10, 3:40 on the clock to go.
There's a fight after the play.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just an aboard snap. Yep. They better not call that for a pass. They better call that as a fumble.
His fumble, he picks it up, and then who's 34? Is that Owens? Yeah, Owens comes in, forces another fumble.
Good play by
And then,
Owens. He hasn't looked that great for us since we signed him, but that's a good play by him right there.
yeah.
Yeah, great play by Owens. Campbell there for the pickup. I want to know what was the scrum about?
It looked like a Rams offensive lineman. He might have been mixing it up with Rashawn Gary. Gary's been whipping the guy that he's going against, so I could see Gary already getting in his head. All right, well, fumble is not challenged. First and 10, we're taking over at around their 41. Play action. Love looking deep. He's got all day, looking. Ends up throwing short to Josiah DeGora, 8-yard gain.
You said a lot of words for an 8-yard gain.
Dude, Love was back there a long time. He had the
Yeah, I'm
offensive line
watching it
gave him
right
good
now.
time there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time.
Oh shit, dude, we got Sean Ryan in the lineup right now. It
Do we
looks like
really?
we pulled Runyon, or Runyon got hurt, and Ryan is in there now. So he held up pretty good on that last play. And off to Jones, nice gainer, first down. Dude, I'm curious. I want to keep my eye on Sean Ryan on this drive. This is really the first
This is some of his
game
first
action
real.
he's got.
Yeah, yeah. All right, first down run by Jones. He was a fairly high draft pick for us too, wasn't he? He was a third rounder.
Yep, third rounder.
Yeah.
Well, on this first down play, Dylan runs right behind Sean Ryan for a 12-yard gain.
Nice. Hey, the guy makes the most of his opportunities. Maybe he can unseat John Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan's an interesting guy that he's always been, roughly an average starter for us. Not a major liability, but not a plus guy at all. And his contract's up this year. I don't know that he's done enough to justify us spending big money on him.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't really been a problem, but he hasn't been, a game changer either. I think our offensive line's going to look way different next year.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I really could see us getting 3 new starters. I could see going with 2 high draft picks and then bring in a veteran to help stabilize things.
Yeah, I think Zach Tom and Elton Jenkins are probably the only ones that you'll see safely as locks for the offensive line next year.
Yeah. 2nd and 8 after a short first down run.
We are in the red zone. Great block on that Jones run by AJ Dillon. Just getting that.
Yeah, man, I've seen people floating the idea of using AJ Dillon as more of a fullback, and that's a very interesting idea to me because they made the Mike Allscott comparison. And I'm like, I could kind of see Dillon in a role like that.
Kind of, yeah. Well, for all intents and purposes, this probably looks like that run right there will take us to the end of the first quarter. We're at 3rd and 3.
Yep. 3rd and 3 in the red zone. Got to take advantage of turnovers, man. If you don't get points off turnovers, you're not going to win in this league, and I'm hoping we don't settle for a field goal here.
All right, let's finish these up then. There you go, Cody.
All right, ABCs. Yeah, so for me, the 3 things I'm looking for this game that I hope to see some growth in is I would love to see the offense. I think you mistyped what I initially put. You put a penalty-free game. That's a little ambitious for me right now. I'm just looking for a penalty-free drive. I want 1 penalty-free drive out of this offense. Hasn't happened yet.
Oops. Yep, I did. That was a
typo. Number 2 here, Luke Musgrave, super athletic guy, super fast. He's gotten open deep several times this season, And for whatever reason, this guy just cannot seem to catch a pass in stride. Like anytime he's going more than 5 yards downfield, it's like he's got to stop and start to catch the ball. If he can start catching things in stride, he could be a big offensive weapon for us. So I want to see growth there. And then third, last but not least here, our receivers have not been doing Love any favors this year, particularly with the poor blocking on the offensive line. I want to see them come back to him and try to give him an outlet when he's buying time. You know, if he has to scramble or if just the play is going on for an extended period, these young receivers need to learn to turn back to their QB and help them out.
Well said. Our key matchups.
I like that gift.
Same. One of my favorites. Oh, let me go back. Oh, there we go. Packers secondary versus the Rams receivers. Been okay so far in the first quarter.
Yeah. Frankly, we've actually had a lot of time of possession in the first quarter here, so the Rams haven't had much opportunity. We are back, though, on this 3rd and 3.
Okay.
Motion Watson to hand off to Jones, and he gets it.
Nice. Hey, our running game is working today.
We're feeding Aaron Jones, man. Simple formula.
There's Runyon right there. Did you see him?
Runyon?
Yeah, they showed John Runyon on the sidelines.
Oh, on the sideline? I missed that. Yeah. I saw they showed Sean Ryan in the lineup. Looks like a beefy boy.
Wasn't he a left tackle in college too that we kicked inside?
Yeah. Yep, at UCLA.
Yep.
There we go. There we go.
Are we in? All right, I haven't seen it yet. I'm at 14:30. All right, Love's walking up to the line. We got Aaron Jones, single backfield, one up high. Watson in motion. Hand the ball off to Jones. Touchdown. Aaron Jones. Hey, why don't we just give Aaron Jones the ball all the time?
Luke Musgrave, Christian Watson, and Yosh Nijman all have very strong blocks. Jones gets to the end zone untouched. I think putting Yosh Nijman in at left tackle and pulling Rasheed Walker could be a major stabilizing influence on this offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan held up pretty well on his man, which was Aaron Donald on that play, on the backside there. Awesome.
Oh, Sean Ryan?
Sean Ryan, yeah, my bad.
Okay, I wasn't watching him on that play.
Not for nothing, just because I see him kicking the extra point right now. Is Anders Carlson perfect on the season right now for field goals? Or has he missed one?
He missed one. I think it was last week was his first miss.
He's been, after a shaky preseason, solid for us. Also, the Rams did bring in Mason Crosby for a tryout, but he did not sign with them. They went with another kicker.
Really?
So, yeah. Crosby.
Yeah, I'm surprised that like a dome team hasn't picked up Mason. Like he's still accurate. He's clutch. He just doesn't have quite as much leg as he used to.
I think if Crosby gets picked up by someone, it's got to be a team that's like, competing for a Super Bowl. Otherwise, they're just gonna probably try bringing in like a young guy and seeing if he works out. Because Crosby, you only got like, he's just like a rental at this point.
Yeah.
So that'll be my guess. All right, we're gonna finish this up. We are going to finish this up before we get any further into this game. All right, key matchup number 2 is offensive line versus Aaron Donald. He hasn't dominated too much. I mean,
yeah,
I do think Donald's, not the game wrecker that he once was, but he's still a really, really good player. I'm almost surprised that he wasn't like traded at the trade deadline to a contender. But maybe the Rams think they're still in it this year. I don't know.
It could be something where Aaron Donald might want to retire as a Ram.
I'm
He
sure he
might have,
probably does.
yeah, he might have kind of vetoed any trade ideas. But
Yeah. Key matchup number 3, Packers receivers versus themselves. They have had one of the worst cases of drops. I think last week, every single one of our receivers had a drop,
it's
which
been
is
pretty
wild.
bad.
I mean, Jordan Love hasn't been amazing, but I don't think Jordan Love's been the problem. I like his stats would look a whole lot better and our offense would look a lot better if the receivers actually made the catches when they get their hands on
Yeah.
them. So,
Well, and also, I read that our win percentage on contested catches this year, it's only about 20%, which is less than half of what it was last year. So they're just, Love has been forced to throw into very tight windows, contested catch situations, and his receivers have not been coming through for him.
I made a picture typo on this. I forgot to change it to Brett Ripien. He really doesn't have too many pictures out there, but Jordan Love versus Brett Ripien. Yep. Let's see. So they're going to start. They just did the kickoff. Good play by someone. They're at the 20. And our last key matchup is LaFleur versus McVay. Two really good friends.
Yeah, dude. I mean, LaFleur could be considered part of the McVay tree, and he took Joe Barry from the Rams. So there's a lot of coaching connections there. I don't think anybody would take LaFleur over McVay at this point. But
Well, they do both come from the
Shanahan.
from the Shanahan tree. So, all right, we got through it. It only took us until top of the second to get through it. Progress.
All right. Well, the Rams committed a penalty on first down, so they're in a 1st and 15 now. We've got them backed up to their own 15-yard line. All right. Who was that? Is that Nixon?
Was it Nixon?
It was 25. Got in there.
Yes, that's Nixon. He's playing the
Oh
slot right
yeah,
now on
shit.
first 15.
He knifes in from the slot
Oh
and
yeah,
works through the traffic of the trenches.
yep.
Gets a
Good job
nice
by
tackle
Nixon.
from behind.
Nixon's had a good season for us so far.
Second down, Gary comes with more pressure. He's having a good game so far. He flushes Ripien out of the pocket, forces a scramble, puts him in a 3rd and 9. Looks like we might be bringing some pressure here. Rams got a bunch formation on the right. All right. Carrington Valentine, sticky coverage and breaks up what would have been a first down.
Solid play. Haven't seen it yet, but I'm about to. Yep. Good play by a 7th rounder. All right, Green Bay's gonna be getting the ball back.
Yeah, they'll show on this replay that was a very good play by him. Because the zone coverage kind of forced him to, like, the receiver had advantage on, all he had to do was turn around for that hitch. Valentine closes in and purposely gets his arm out in front of the receiver. That was a heady play.
I'll watch this punt before I make my next comment here.
Dude, you look like fucking Dr. Evil right now with your cat on your lap.
He is the cleanest cat you'll ever meet, and just has to be sitting on my lap like at all times. If I'm sitting on the couch, he is on my lap. All right. Anyway, are you surprised that we weren't sellers at, at the trade deadline more than what we were?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I spilled some water. It's a disaster over here.
I can see that. Do you need a second?
The huffing and puffing wife is gonna clean it up.
Okay. Are you surprised that we weren't bigger sellers at the trade deadline?
I was just asked whether or not I needed a sippy cup.
You probably should have a sippy cup at this point.
Um, was I surprised that we weren't bigger sellers at the trade deadline? Uh, I wasn't shocked. I do think like the guy who I thought was most likely to get traded was Preston Smith, just because I
Yeah.
know he's got a big cap hit next year. And we've got Lucas Van Ness, our first round pick, sitting behind him, as well as guys like Anigbare and Cox. So it just Preston kind of made sense, but it takes two to tango. And if someone was only offering like a seventh rounder or something like that, uh, then I could see why we didn't trade him.
Hmm.
Whereas you got to think, Rasul Douglas, it is a big loss to our defense, um, but to get a third for him and a fifth round pick when a guy like Chase Young went for a third,
Hmm.
we got pretty solid value for Rasul Douglas.
Yeah. Yeah. We basically moved up from a fifth round pick to a third round pick, which is when we went from a day 3 pick to a day 2 pick.
Oh my God, you're gonna love this graphic that they show when they come back from commercial. They're showing McVay and
I'm
LaFleur on the Washington Commanders staff.
oh
Dude,
yeah.
they look like they're fresh out of high school in those pictures.
They're about to up 2013. Oh yeah, Lyle's glasses. Oh yeah. Tight ends coach and quarterbacks coach.
That's how you'll like this first down play.
All right, we're in shotgun. We move Musgrave. Handball off. Ooh, jet sweep. Jade Reed, go baby, go. Go baby, go. 20-yard pickup. All right, getting creative.
Yeah, Josh Myers out there at the front throwing a nice block. Pretty good play by Myers. I did notice Runyon is back in. Ryan
Is
is
he?
out. Runyon's
Wow.
back in.
I thought
And
he was playing
and
great.
I
Keep him in
on
there.
that play, two plays in a row now. I've watched Runyon have bad blocks.
Yeah, we hurry up to the line. Nothing Wicks goes in motion. Jordan Love on bootleg. Mm, not the best pass to Musgrave. Second time.
Yeah, I didn't like that pass either. I thought it was kind of putting his receiver in a dangerous position. Does it look like it's raining at Lambeau to you?
It is raining there, yeah. We've we've gotten so bad that Green Bay is very rarely ever on the New York local games anymore. Like, good thing I got the ticket. All right, a little pitch to Dylan on the second 10. He goes basically nowhere, like 2 yards.
Yeah, he
Well, like a
fought
third
for
and
some
8.
extra yards, but he didn't have any
Yeah.
blocking on that. So we're in a 3rd and 7 at about their 39-yard line. I wonder if we consider this fourth down territory.
Yeah, I think at this point in the game, we're up 7-0. It's at the top of the second still.
Up goes deep, and Watson drops a touchdown.
Rough. Rough.
I mean, it wasn't a great pass by Love. He underthrew it, which is becoming a common refrain for his deep passes. But it hits Watson in the hands. That should have been a touchdown. Bounces right off his hands.
Hmm. These young receivers are struggling.
We are going for it on 4th and 7 here. Or at least going to try to draw them off sides. All right, yeah, we take the delay game. Love's deep accuracy, that has been a consistent concern this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something like, dude, I don't know, man. You're in your 4th year now, and you can't throw an accurate deep ball. Is that something that's ever going to change?
Got to learn behind Aaron Rodgers too. One of the best guys to ever do it. So
Dude, I mean, watching Rodgers just flick his wrist and have a 50-yard ball on the money kind of
mhm.
got spoiled. But I don't know, man. Love's deep ball just it does not look good.
No, it doesn't. I mean, there's some of his like intermediate throws that are just off too. I think I said it at one of our earlier podcasts where, especially early in the game, it seems like he's got like that Brett Favre in him, where like early in the games he'd be so riled up he would be like overthrowing guys and being like putting too much pepper on the ball and like just not settling down and going through his rhythm and just getting into a groove. And I think that's kind of got to be on LaFleur a little bit too, to like recognize that and just get him into a rhythm early on in the game. Give him some high percentage throws, like some short screens or bubble screens, or just something that you can get the ball out of his hands and not have to have him throw these like 10, 15-yard passes down the field. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you never really see quick, easy, short things in this offense like a slant or a hitch.
never.
Um, like I realize that sometimes like when the deep ball isn't something that the defense respects, that they can crowd those short routes and it makes it more dangerous to do stuff like that. But I don't know, man. You got to do something to get them in a rhythm. Like we haven't seen Love in rhythm really all year long. The offensive just start and stop,
And
sputtering. Like
and especially when our receivers are not running good routes and they're not making their catches, like you gotta just give your like you have to have your receivers run these routes to just learn and get better, but like pick a time and place it to give your receivers better routes until they become better route runners too. Like, hmm.
I tell you one thing. Uh, I don't know how Jason Vrabel, our wide receivers coach, still has a job because it seems like our receivers are actively regressing. Same with offensive line coach Luke Butkus. Um, just you would think Lafleur is so terrified to fire anyone. Um, Sometimes you need to send a message to the rest of the team. Like you
Some,
need to hold guys
sometimes
accountable.
I sometimes I can keep these guys so that the blame doesn't get put on him.
I mean, he's supposed to be an offensive guru,
Yeah.
which I never understood where he got that label because we hired him after a single season of him being offensive coordinator in Tennessee, and their offense wasn't even good that year.
Yeah, I never took the time to look up to see the statistics and the rankings in this single season with Tennessee, but I don't remember Tennessee ever being an offensive like powerhouse at any point in the last 15, 20 years. I mean, that whole offense has run through Derrick Henry for the last like 6, 7 years. All right,
Yeah, the
we're
one
back.
the one thing I remember about that Tennessee offense when LaFleur ran it is their tight end Jonnu Smith. He had a real good year under LaFleur, but that's certainly not something that's carried over to Green Bay.
Did they have AJ Brown on their team that year? I don't remember.
I I don't know. I don't think he was
Could have
in
been
the
a
league
rookie.
yet, but I'm not certain.
Hmm. All right, they're on a pistol on this 2nd and 8. Three receivers down low, none up high. Nope, they're motioning one.
And
Oh, that could have been picked if Carrington. No, Carrington had the backside. He probably really
yeah.
didn't have a shot at the pick there. But
I,
hey,
I
good
did
play
like its
by.
aggressiveness though, that he
Yeah,
came right up to Nakua and made contact and prevents that from being a completion. So
Carrington's
we're in
had
a
a pretty
third
good
and
game
8.
so far.
We could be getting good field position here if we stop them.
Yeah.
Delay a game. That should be delay a game. That all right. Thank you.
Did they call it?
Jesus.
Because I'm at 12 seconds on the play clock right now.
Yeah, it was very obviously delay a game, and they let it snap, and Ripien
4,
throws a completion.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Oh yeah.
Pretty much the receiver stopped because he
Yeah.
realized it was a delay
Yeah.
game. Then the rest threw a flag.
Gary was coming to just kill him. Did you see him hot off that edge, just running? Imagine being the quarterback and just getting the ball in your hand and just seeing
Oh
Rashawn
man,
Gary
look at this formation on 3rd and 13. We've got
about to.
we kind of got a 2 defensive lineman look.
Oh, we're playing safe then, like super safe.
We looked like we were
Almost like a
playing for a
prevent.
4th and 26 kind of scenario.
Oh, wow. Look at that up the middle. Like you could run on that and easily get like 10 yards. Oh, they do run. He somehow gets tackled by Carl Brooks, like the
Yeah,
only
I think
defensive
that was
lineman.
a.
Why
I
would you
was
even
surprised
run
they
it?
didn't get more on that. Well, I think they
Why
were
would
just
you
trying to
even
buy
run
one
it?
to the front.
Jeez,
I think they were
wow.
afraid that that Ripien could have thrown a pick in a situation like that.
Right.
Okay. We got
Sure.
Nixon back here with the punt return, and
You
he's
know,
oh, dude, he got a
Nixon,
seam and was
did
ready
he?
to take off, but he just got shoestring tackled.
I was just about to say Nixon hasn't been that all pro kick returner so far this year.
Nope.
Oh, I will make this comment after I watch this replay right here. Yeah, Nixon, he probably would have been tackled by 42 within the next like 5, 6 yards, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're paying Bisaccia like top special teams coordinator money in the league. I don't see our special teams being top 10 right now, top 5. Like we
Yeah.
were better last year than we were this year, and we had he has his guys out there for another year in his system. We should be even better on special teams than we are. I don't get it.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if that's if Green Bay's special teams always being so bad. I wonder if it's a more foundational like head coach issue in that like maybe we just refuse to practice certain live tackling fundamental stuff that you just can't get in good special teams practice.
So my understanding of like how practices work is you only have a set number of like time. Like you can't just have unlimited practice time. There's the union and the FLPA stuff. So you only have certain amount of time. You have to like allocate time to special teams during practice. Like you have to give them time to run their stuff and not just like 10, 15 minutes to do a couple punts, a couple of kicks, or like one or two kickoffs. Like I'm gonna assume that as you to piggyback off your foundational comment, we just don't give more special teams practice time to our special teams than other teams do in the week. Probably.
Yeah, I mean I think that's a fair assumption because Bisaccia he was a very well respected special teams coach when he came here. And we kind of expected him to turn things around, and he has to a certain degree. Like we haven't had the catastrophic failures that we did under Mo Drayton, but we're still like bottom third of the league. And it's just our special teams have been bad for so long under so many different coaches that maybe it is just we don't value allocating that practice time.
Are you still on commercial break right now?
I am back right now watching first down.
Aaron Jones, 8 attempts today. All right. He might hit 12 before halftime.
Yeah, what a novel thought. Feed your best offensive player. And it's like if you want to use the hamstring injury as an excuse, he should have never been out there then. If he
Hmm.
wasn't able to go full bore, just let him rest and heal fully. Don't put him out there compromised. Like in this game right now, he's running hard. He looks healthy, and they're feeding him.
He did. He did say he was 100% healthy during to a reporter this week. So it does look like we're kind of just unleashing him.
Where are you
Receiver.
right now?
2nd and 7, 5 second. We just ran the second down play, and Jones gets 3 yards, 2 yards.
So two Aaron Jones runs in a row, and we're looking at a 3rd and 3 at about midfield.
Hmm.
Ooh, all right. So we run again, and this is going to be very Jones just powers forward. He was hit at the line of scrimmage. It's going to depend on the spot. This is very close. And I don't like he runs. They pull Runyon, and Runyon has a poor block. I almost want to see Sean Ryan out there again. 4th and inches, QB sneak. We got it.
Nice. Do you think that the NFL is
Oh
going
God damn it!
to?
There's a late flag.
Oh
Are
my
you
God.
kidding me?
Are you serious? We're the most. We have to be the most penalized team in the league. Is it on us?
Offsides offense on Runyon.
This offensive line gets more fucking
No,
penalties.
dude, it is not. This is 2 times in the same game they're calling offsides when it is clear and obvious he is not offsides. I don't know what else to say. Like this is black and white. He is not offsides. It's happened twice in this game.
No, he's
In the
not
same
offsides.
scenario, 4th and short, the refs have screwed us on 2 4th down conversions.
Yeah, that's not offsides.
I don't even know what to say, man. Like it,
Refs got money on the game, huh?
dude. If you're a head coach, you should be able, like, you should have like a certain number of investigations per year that you can use, and like if you think you were totally screwed by the refs, you're like, all right, I'm using my investigation chip. NFL, you need to go look into the refs who were in this game.
The NFL has had a ref problem for the last like 10 years. Ever since the scab referees, which screwed us out of the Super Bowl probably that year. But
Then there's Rams get a penalty on the punt return. Dude, I can't believe this. This is 2 4th down conversions stolen from us. Like I would love to hear an explanation of what the refs are seeing out there, because it sure as hell doesn't look offsides to me.
I hope I'm gonna during the week they don't normally come out and like announce it, but sometimes they do. So coaches can send in these videos to the league office during the week and they can get reviewed and get feedback back. And the league will be like, yeah, the refs messed up on that play, or no, the refs made the right call on this play. Sometimes that information gets back out to the public. I'm gonna take extra attention to look into that this week to see if, because I guarantee people are sending both those plays into the league office and being like, you screwed us, right? The NFL's got to be like, yeah, those refs blew those calls. Yep, that's on the refs.
Dude, and it's 2 fourth down conversions. They're important plays.
How about this? I think the refs should be docked pay if they start messing up calls like this. Like if you get reviewed and like you're wrong, you should get docked pay. You just cost teams games with this. Like if we lose this game, you can easily if it's a close game, you can easily point to like you potentially took 14 points off the board for us on that one, on those 2 drives.
Yeah, I mean the offense, you would like to see them just convert the third downs outright and not get into those fourth down positions, but we have done a decent job of moving the ball, getting past midfield, and like kind of starting to sustain drives. And this is 2 drives now that have been unjustly stopped. Mainly, it's been powered through the running game so far. We've been feeding Aaron Jones, and he's been running well. No real big passing plays to speak of yet. Probably the biggest was the crosser to Wicks.
I will say this: our defense has played pretty well. I know there's back quarterback in there, but defense played well.
Yeah,
Especially the
no,
secondary.
they've gone after Carrington Valentine a couple times, and he's come up well.
We don't have any sacks.
Oh, wait, hold on. They're talking about this offsides. I want to hear this shit. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're trying to defend it on TV, saying his helmet was past the center, and it very obviously was not.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Look at the G's. The G's are not in front of.
I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, dude.
Look at his ass. Look, the ass is clearly behind the center's ass.
All right. Yeah, the Rams. I definitely think having Stafford out has changed their game plan, where they are less willing to unleash their deep passing game. We haven't even called Cooper Kupp's name so far this game.
I don't think he's got a catch.
I don't think so either.
I don't understand like why. Like there's defenses that have played like the Rams have played way better defenses with elite corners, and Kupp's destroyed them. I don't think he's got a catch so far in this game. I mean, I don't want to knock like I better knock on wood to say that, but I do see Kupp running in motion right now. 3rd and 4. First down, Rypien.
Yeah, Rypien he's taken off and used his legs a few times now when we've gotten pressure. Picks up the first on that 3rd and 4. Whoo! God damn! Who is that? Carl Brooks just destroyed his man on that first down play.
Carl Brooks, it's probably a bull rush movie used, right? Because Carl Brooks is a strong defensive lineman.
Yeah, man, he just powered straight through.
Carl Brooks is strong. That was like the one, like he doesn't have too many finesse moves, but I remember watching his draft profile and the like college highlights. Strong, real strong.
There's a 6-yard loss on that run.
That's a great play. I like Carl Brooks's potential. I like our other lineman's potential too. What was his name though?
Colby Wooden.
Yep. I like both of those. I think they could be good rotational pieces.
All right, shit. We got someone down on the field right now. I cannot see who it is. It's a defensive lineman.
Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark. Great. And it looks like he was holding his shoulder.
Yep. Well, that's just what we need.
Can't afford an injury to Kenny Clark.
Dude, Kenny Clark is one of those guys that, he was another guy at the trade deadline where I was questioning, how foundational is he to this team? Obviously, he's our best defensive lineman, um, but we pay him as one of the top nose tackles in the league. And like, really, he hasn't had an elite season since like 2018, 2019.
Unless you get in the first round pick in return for him, I'm not flipping him though. Because he was a first round pick himself and he's still only like what, 26?
Yeah, he's still very young because he was only like 20 when we drafted him. But we
He's
put him out
28.
there for so many snaps every year that it's you got to wonder if his body's wearing down faster than other guys because we can never get a defensive line rotation going. I did actually see though. I read an article recently talking about top nose tackles in the league. T.J. Slayton ranked number 9
Did he?
this year. Yeah,
Nice.
I guess he's actually had quite a few like blown up run plays. But it was also disheartening to see Montravius Adams, a guy who we thought was a third round bust, and let go of him. He's playing for the Steelers now, and he was ranked like number 4, having a
Wow.
hell of a year. And it's like, maybe it's just our coaching staff doesn't know how
Hmm.
to develop guys.
I thought we'd clean house on a coach like as long as LaFleur's here. I thought we got house on
Dude, I mean,
defense.
the thing is, sometimes I know, like, we went into this year expecting it to be a transitional year, but if we win like 3 games on the year, it's seasons that are that bad. It's very rare to see a coach stick around after a year like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Well, King Clark walks off under his own power. Doesn't seem to be grimacing or anything, but we'll see if he gets back out there. In the meantime, 3rd and 11 with an offsides call probably coming.
Oh,
Nope,
yes, there is
but
an offsides
a
call, but it's declined.
yeah, there. So Cup makes his first grab there.
Easily beats Alexander.
Hmm.
And that's a big gainer there. I feel like this happens to the Packers all the time where we have an injury that slows the game and then the opposing offense tries to come
They,
with a big
they
play against us.
they like figure it out. All right, I'm looking at 1st and 10 with a play action. Van Ness with some pressure causes Ripien to scramble for 9 yards, 8, 9 yards.
Yeah, Ripien has been able to find the scrambling lanes. We haven't been able to close on him from enough angles to actually get the sack. Anigabare with a real nice play on 2nd down here.
Second and 2.
Did you see 2nd down yet?
About to.
Jeez, you're behind.
Nice play by Gary. Real nice play by Gary.
No, that was
No, that's
Anigbare.
Angbari. That's Angbari. Good. Angbari has
This
not
should
done
be a
too much
delay of
this year.
game. This should be a delay of game.
Good.
Refs
Did
aren't
they
going to
give it to us?
call it, though. No.
Nice. I'm assuming they probably pick up 3rd down too.
Yep.
Did they convert?
Yep.
God,
Yeah, Clark going to the locker room now.
that sucks.
Yeah, that definitely should have been a delay of game. And we're at the 2-minute warning.
Yep. All right. I
Dude, the
hope that's
refs
not like
are
a.
boning us this game.
I hope that's not like a. So it looked like his shoulder when I first saw it. I hope it's not like a torn rotator cuff or something like that. Like he's gonna be out for a while if that's the case.
Dude, I mean, I know technically. All right, so at 2-5 with a 7-team playoff race, like, yeah, we're still in it mathematically. And like the NFC, you've got maybe 3 good-looking teams.
Even
Like it,
even San Francisco's lost 3 in a row though.
yeah, like it's not out of the realm of possibility that the Packers turn it around and make the playoffs. But the thing is, we haven't even shown the flashes of being a good team.
Mm-mm.
Where this truly is a year where it's just like, if Kenny Clark is out and we just lose more games, I'm like, all right, whatever, we're getting better draft
Jair's
position.
Jair's hurt, playing poorly. We traded Douglas. Don't got Devontae Moore. Don't got Rodgers anymore. Aaron Jones got what, like one more? Isn't this his last year in his contract?
He is still under contract next year, but he'll be making so
Okay.
much money. I don't know how we keep him on the roster.
Bakhtiari's probably getting cut. We're full of young guys. Our secondary needs an infusion of talent. Like,
It's a goddamn shame that Rodgers got hurt in that first game, and we don't get a first round pick because of it.
and he's probably going to come back if they make playoffs.
Having an extra first that could have been huge for us next offseason. Instead, we're probably going to be getting a mid second.
I mean, the Jets are what? Don't they have like a winning record at the moment?
Yeah, dude, their defense has been balling,
I
and
know.
Brees Hall has been balling. It's as long as Zach Wilson doesn't turn the ball over, like they're playing winning football. Now, don't get carried away. They're only the third best team in their own division. Um, but yeah, dude, their defense has been really good this year.
If they make playoffs though, like Rodgers probably coming back, and we're getting a late second at that point.
I don't know about that, man. Rodgers has shown a great propensity to choke in the playoffs. Dude, I get mad that we didn't trade Rodgers last year when we could have gotten the Denver Hall
Oh
because
yeah.
I don't think our team would have looked any worse than it does right now, and we would have had one so much more draft capital, but two, and more importantly, we would have less cap issues. And it's like we could have gone into this year like we could have gotten a veteran receiver to help the young guys and help Love, but just we're paying so much money to guys who aren't even playing for us anymore that you can't get any free agents. We're forced to go young. Also, this should be a fumble. Instead, they call it an incomplete pass. Anthony Johnson forced this fumble. Jair picks it up. Refs blow it dead. So instead, 3rd and 10. Rams are, I think they're right on the edge of field goal range here. I'm keeping my eye on Gary for this.
So I'm at 3rd and 10. Does something happen here on this 3rd and 10?
I'm just waiting for you to see it. I don't want to call the whole game.
I mean, Gary looks like he's about to rip someone's head off.
Gary doesn't do much on the play. He
Yeah,
stunts
he doesn't.
inside and
All
gets
right. Yeah,
stonewalled.
just looks like a thrown away ball to me, 4th and 10.
Yeah,
Jameson Valentine on the coverage again.
yeah, he targets Valentine. The receiver stumbled a little bit, so I'm not sure if there was any contact, but ends up
Yeah, he
being
did
incomplete.
stumble. You know
Rams
what? If
do hit this 52-yard field goal.
okay, so they're on the board.
It was almost missed, but they got it. Now this is interesting. Packers offense going to be getting the ball back with about a minute 40. I believe we actually have all three timeouts, believe it or not. How aggressive is LaFleur going to be? Will he let Love go try to drive us down the field? So far, the entire
I
game
would try
plan has
to.
been run based. Or actually, we only have two timeouts according to the graphic here. I'm not sure where we spent our first. I don't recall that happening. All right, so Coach Andrew, what are you calling to drive us down the field? Two timeouts and a minute 42 on the clock.
We have two timeouts. I'm trying to get some quick, just something. I want to pick up a first down fairly quickly, just to get the chains moving, get the defense kind of, going backwards. So we won't do it, but screens or slants to try to just get us going, get us in a hurry up offense, get that first down, and then kind of go from there. I mean, you could even come out with a run on first down too, out of like a shotgun or something like that. But I'm trying to
Yeah,
go hurry up offense and quick throws.
I wouldn't mind like a little bubble screen to Jaden Reed, or maybe trying to get something to Romeo Dobbs. We do try to go to Dobbs on first down, incomplete, but it looks like they're. I think this is going to be a pass interference flag. All right, yeah, it is pass interference. My fucking broadcast is like dying right now.
Your podcast or your TV is.
The broadcast, the
Oh,
yeah.
mine actually, yeah, holy cow, mine is too. Okay.
Oh, all
Is
right.
it?
Well,
And
I guess
I'm
that was
and I'm
national.
streaming, so all right, I got first and 10, minute 40 on the clock, 20 seconds on the play clock. Jane Reed into the backfield. A run to Aaron Jones gets nothing. He gets nothing.
Second down. Deep out to Dobbs, and I believe he picks up a first down and gets out of bounds. Would have liked to seen some more mustard on Love's pass. Kind of floated a bit, whereas those deep outs, you want to send it on a rope.
We do get the first at least. So I think that's Dob. I think that holy cow, is that our receiver's first catch of the day? Watson have one, Dobbs doesn't have one, Reed doesn't have one.
Wicks had the crosser
Wicks,
early on.
okay. Jordan Love hits a Reed on a crosser for 5 yards. Did you see quickly before this next play? Well, you probably already seen the next play. Jair Alexander's comment to reporters this week said
No,
said said we're gonna win out, win 10 in a row.
there's confidence, and then there's just
Yeah.
being
All right.
delusional.
Jordan Love on the scramble against Aaron Donald and picks up the first and gets out of bounds. We got 44 seconds on the clock with two timeouts. And I believe we're probably around the 50. right around the
Yeah,
50
I do like seeing
Oh, just
Love use
past
his
50.
legs.
Yep.
Like Love seeing using his legs there. Sometimes that's the spark you need to get going. Oh, come on!
Nope, probably another flag, huh? Or a sack.
No, it should have been a 20-yard gain. Receiver drops it.
Mm.
This might be Malik Heath. Yeah, it's Heath. Right in his hands, drops it. Dude, these receivers
Oh, yeah.
are killing Love. Second and 10. Dude, that would have been huge. That would have put us in field goal range. And Love takes a sack.
And that's probably going to do it then. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
I
just
don't.
an ugly sack.
Love had a guy wide open in the deep middle. Just never sees him. Stands in the pocket like a statue. Didn't try to break contain. Ends up taking the sack. That is all on Love. Very bad play.
Yeah, so 43 comes up to cover Watson, and he had a guy. Who was that with his hand up? Was that Wicks? I think it was probably
I
Wicks.
didn't see.
Yep. We take a timeout. Wow. What are we trying to see if we can get a field goal? Probably.
Gonna be a long field goal attempt.
Well, it's third.
Ram
It's
the
we're gonna
Rams
take
take a
timeout.
timeout. Yeah.
So where's the ball currently? Like we pick up 10 yards on a play.
No, I think we need more than 10. I think we probably need at least 15. Essentially, we need to get
Oh
toward the
yeah.
first down.
Oh yeah. We're okay. Yeah, we're back in Green Bay territory. This is
Yeah, gee, yeah. This I don't really love going for it here on 3rd and 17. I think it probably would have been wiser to just run the clock. Uh, okay. Um, Romeo Dobbs catches a first down.
no way.
I definitely witnessed holding on Aaron Donald, though. I don't think it's being called. We
Yeah,
might
it's
have
a
gotten
first
away
down.
with one there.
All right. Hey, Rams got away with like 3 so far. So do you run another play to get it a little bit closer?
We do have another
Or
timeout, even after burning this one.
wait, I thought we already used one on the sack.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, we would have used one on the sack.
And he went down inbounds on this, so we would
Yeah,
use our last one then.
yeah. So if we go for anything, it has to go right to the sideline.
Yeah, it's definitely a grab.
There's a booth review right now.
That should be a grab. Like the ground doesn't help him at all. He turns onto his back. He's got full possession of the ball by the time it even touches the grass.
Even that, like you would like to see Dobbs reach out and grab it with his hands more. He kind of gets it in the forearms, and it's not a clean catch, but he does corral it. So what they're reviewing right now is whether or not this is a first down or a fourth down. It looks like a first to me, man, but the refs have not been doing us any favors this game. So I did say at the beginning of this drive that I would try to focus on getting Dobbs the ball. He does kind of have the best chemistry with Love, and he has made a couple catches on this drive. You just got to wonder, like, why doesn't that happen earlier in the game? Why do we have to wait for crunch time to do that? Okay, they do call it a first down.
Good. All right, good. I'm assuming our timeout goes into effect now. All right. I mean, I'm probably taking at least one shot on like an out route that probably eats up some clock.
Well, I mean, we got 15 seconds. Whatever we do.
Oh, they put time on the clock? This does 11.
Yeah, it's 15 now. Okay. Theoretically, we could use the middle of the field if we rushed up there and spiked it, but that would be a little risky. I could see this being just a little running back dump off to the sideline. Looks like the Rams are in man. God damn it, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, did we take a sack? Some bullshit.
Jaden Reed, false start.
Wow. Unreal.
Dude, LaFleur needs to start holding these young guys accountable. Like it's got to become, if you commit a penalty, then you're out of the game until further notice. Because there's just too many going on. So that takes us out of field goal range.
Yeah.
Now we have to get a big gainer.
Yeah, that is a false start on Reed too.
All right.
Hey, so Reed's got to come up big on this one. That should be on him to make this play.
They do. They go right to Reed. He gets us probably 8 yards, and we do spike it. So 4 seconds on the clock, 3rd and 5. We'll be going for a field goal attempt.
All right. Go into halftime with a 7-point lead, hopefully.
All right. So we got rainy conditions here, pressure kick, and how far is the attempt? How about you tell me that, TV broadcast? 48 yards. This is a very makeable kick. Nope.
Missed it, huh?
Yep. Wide left.
Goes left, huh? Looks it too much.
Oh, man.
This
game.
Yep.
Just inconsistency, penalties. Defense is doing their job, but it's a backup quarterback. You should expect them to do their job.
Do we get the ball after half? I can't remember.
No, we got it at the start.
Okay. Well, hey, defense has played really well in the first half. Like, holy cow. They played really well. Held a high scoring offense, high offense efficiency Rams team to like around 100 yards total offense, I think. So can't ask much more from our defense.
They had the one big gainer to Cooper Kupp with Alexander in coverage. Other than that, they've tried attacking Carrington Valentine, and he has held up well. They've had some success on the ground, but they've also had some big negative plays on the ground where we hit them in the backfield. So kind of a wash there. Probably the biggest thing keeping him in it right now has been Brett Rypien's scrambling ability. He's taken off and gotten several first downs because our defensive line, particularly Rashawn Gary, we have been getting pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna run us through the stats real quick while Papa Bear goes and gets a drink?
Yeah, I'll run through them. All right, let's see here. Brett Ripien, he went 3 for 8 for 48 yards. No TDs, no picks, 1 sack. He's got a QB rating of 58.3. Jordan Love, not that much better. 8 for 13 for 68 yards. 1 sack. He's got a 75 QB rating. I mean, both quarterbacks combined have about 100 yards of passing. Not great for the receivers so far. Funny enough, Brett Ripien currently leads the Rams in rushing as well. 3 carries for 19 yards. He is tied with Dale Henderson, who has 19 yards, and Royce Freeman has 18 yards. Altogether, they have 54 total yards of rushing. The running game is working a little bit better for us. Not great, but as a team, it's pretty solid. Aaron Jones has 12 carries for 38 yards. That's only good for a 3.2 yard average. He does have a touchdown on the day, his longest run being 7 yards. AJ Dillon, much more efficient, 4 carries for 23 yards. It's good for 5.8 average. He's got a long of 12. Jane Reed on that one jet sweep picked up 21. He's our third leading rusher, and Jordan Love has 1 attempt for 8 yards. So altogether, we have 90 yards of rushing offense with 1 touchdown. The Rams receivers, only 3 catches on the day for Rams receivers. Cooper Kupp's got 1 for 34. Puka Nakua's got 2 for 14. And that's it. Us, Romeo Doubs, Jane Reed, and Aaron Jones all have 2 receptions each. Romeo Doubs, our leading receiver, with 27 yards on 2 targets. Jane Reed's got 2 for 14. Aaron Jones 2 for 11. Wicks has 1 for 9, and Josiah DeGora's got 1 for 7. Watson, Musgrave, and Heath all have a target, but have no receptions on any of those targets. Let's see. So really bad offense from both sides right now. Defense. Let's see. Devondre Campbell leads us on defense with 5 total tackles. Kobe Turner leads the Rams with 6 total tackles and a sack. The sack on our side came from Jonathan Owens. And we have 3 tackles, 4 losses on the day. Evan Barry's got 1. Lucas Van Ness has 1, and Jair Alexander also has 1. Other than that, that's really about it for the offense going around the league at the moment. Notable news that KJ Osborne and who's the quarterback that started for the Vikings today? Hall?
Yeah.
I think it was Hall. Both out with concussions.
Damn. So I assume they've gone to Josh Dobbs, who's been there for all of like 5 days.
Yeah. So Dobbs is going in with almost no understanding of the playbook at this point. So they're probably running a very vanilla offense. It is halftime over there in Atlanta. Atlanta leads 11-10. Baltimore leads Seattle 17-3. Cleveland is up on Arizona 13-0. Tampa's beaten Houston 17-10. Chicago and New Orleans are tied at 14. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I kind of hope Chicago wins that game just because they can get, I don't want them having number 1 draft pick. So
yeah, dude, Chicago needs to start winning, and the Panthers need to start winning.
Yeah, I don't think Carolina has played yet. In fact, they might even be on, but no, they play at 4 o'clock today against Indy, who's I don't know if they're going to win that one or not, but maybe. New England is up on Washington 14-10 at the moment. And earlier today, Kansas City beat Miami 21-14. And those are, not a ton of, no team's got more than 17 points so far this week. This seems prime for one of those low scoring weeks. You know how in the NFL sometimes you have those weeks where the offenses just all explode and they all have those big scoring days, and then they have other weeks where they're just all kind of low. This seems one of those more laid back defensive type of weeks. So that's it around the league.
Yeah, I think I think the Miami Kansas City game is interesting in that, like, Miami, they've looked like just a video game kind of offense, just like, how do you even stop them? They're dropping 70 points on teams. But anytime they've played an actual contender, their offense has been stopped. Um, I think Miami is a team that will probably be vying for the number one overall seed and then get knocked out their first game in the playoffs.
True. All right, you're gonna have to. My turn. Grab a drink now. So
yeah. I mean, looking around the league and trying to think about the playoff landscape about halfway through the season now. If I'm picking a team, I'm probably going with Kansas City at this point. I know their offense hasn't been as explosive as it has been in the past, but their defense looks the best that it's been in the Patrick Mahomes era. And if you got a high quality defense and Patrick Mahomes on the same team, along with Andy Reid's coaching, I'll take that all day. Other than that, like I said, Miami, anytime they've faced a top team, they've come up short. The Bills, they've sustained so many injuries on defense that I think it's going to put them in the position to be in more shootouts, and then Josh Allen is more likely to have turnovers. The Bengals could be dangerous as Joe Burrow gets healthier. But I don't know. They had a very rough start to the year where people were wondering if they were even going to make the playoffs. So you would like to see more consistency out of the Bengals. So yeah, right now I'm probably still going Kansas City in the AFC. NFC, the Niners were looking absolutely dominant for the first chunk of the year, and now they've lost 3 in a row. I've always felt like the clock would run out on Brock Purdy. I'm kind of amazed that the Niners put so much faith in this 7th round feel good story to be their franchise quarterback when he started half a season last year and was coming off a major injury. It may be that there's enough tape now where teams are figuring him out. So I don't know if I trust the Niners to be the top team. Although trading for Chase Young and pairing him with Nick Bosa, that's a pretty baller move. There's no way they're going to be able to pay Chase Young next year when he hits free agency, so it's absolutely a rental for them. They're going all in on the Super Bowl there. And an elite pass rush like that, that might be enough. But they got to contend with teams like the Eagles, who I think, right now, A.J. Brown is playing at a historic level of dominance, kind of up there with like Calvin Johnson kind of receiver numbers. They probably have the best offensive line in football. Jalen Hurts hasn't been playing his best, but they've still been winning despite that. So if he rounds into the same form he showed last year, Eagles are a big contender. And as always, at the trade deadline, Howie Roseman improved the team by trading for all-pro safety Kevin Baird off of the Tennessee Titans. So, just adding a playmaker to that secondary. I would not want to face Philly in January. Dallas, dude, I mean, they've got all the pieces to be a top team, and Micah Parsons is potentially the best defender in the league right now. But just for whatever reason, they never seem to put it all together. Whether that's Dak Prescott or McCarthy, Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Dallas. I just don't know if they're going to be able to compete in the trenches with teams like Philly or the Niners. Lions are probably the next biggest contender in the NFC. They've looked very good this year, but then got absolutely blown out by the Baltimore Ravens. Um,
43.
and it's I don't know if I trust the Lions yet. They still got Jared Goff at quarterback, and he can have good
Oh,
stretches of play. But if he ever has to like lead them from behind, I don't know if that's going to be happening.
Wings. Wings.
all right. I'm coming. Sorry, just grabbing snacks.
Get your snacks. The game is back.
All right. I'm back.
What you got in your mouth?
Popcorn and a banana.
Popcorn and a banana at the same
I don't
time?
got I don't
You're
got much in this house to eat right
a fucking monster.
I go shopping.
What do you think of the Lions this year? How do you think they stack up with the rest of the league?
I think I think they're probably a top 5 team in the league right now.
Even
Honestly.
after they got dismantled by the Ravens?
Yeah. Yeah, I think every team in the league at this point has had a really bad game or bad week. So think of one team that who hasn't had a bad week.
Yeah, but
I don't even think are there any teams that have just one loss?
Eagles?
They might be the only one.
Yeah, I just want to warn you, don't choke on your banana when you see this next play.
Oh, come on. What happens? I'm about to see a kickoff. Oh, we do get the ball. No way. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Nice. Was that the play? Was that the play?
Yeah. Nice big
Like
kickoff
the
return by
50.
Nixon.
Nice.
I thought the Rams got it at the start of the third, but I guess I was wrong. So that's a nice little spark for us. Keyshawn Nixon putting us out at almost midfield to start. I would love to see LaFleur not forget Aaron Jones here. Oh my God.
Don't like the sound of that. What? Ain't no way that's a Rams ball.
I mean, he's not touched. He hits the ground, the ball pops up into the air. I think that's a Dontavian Wicks fumble. Refs are talking about it right now.
Unless he never hit possession, but he probably did.
Yeah, refs give it to the Rams.
God damn it.
Another mistake by the young receivers. Aaron Jones trying to pep up Wicks here. Man, that's rough. That's rough. We come out passing and Love hits Wicks for what should be a first down. And it's almost just like a freak play. It's kind of a weird thing you don't see very often. He falls to the ground, and the way the ball hits the ground, it just pops up into the air.
I'll be honest, I don't even feel like he really needed to make that. Maybe. I can see why he made that
That's
stretch,
rough,
but
man.
I don't know. I guess I can't be too mad. That's frustrating. It's just frustrating.
Yeah, I mean that it kind of just feels like a freak thing there. So it's up to the defense now to not let this be an emotional swing, especially after just fucking wasted that big kick return by Nixon.
Don't let him scramble. Don't let him scramble. Yeah, still picks up positive yards to Henderson. Freeman. To Royce Freeman.
All right, they're in a 2nd and 3 after that scramble turned dump off pass to Freeman. Handoff, first down. I hate that this is still a 4-point game. It really feels like a game where we should be up by more than one score. And if we could put them in that position where we know they're passing, I feel like we could really start bringing the heat. But you try to bring a blitz right now, if it's a run, they might turn it into a big gain.
All right, I'm seeing this 1st and 10, and they pick up another first down on 1st and 10. They pick up much more than that. They're in field goal range now. They're at, what's that, 15, 16-yard game?
Yeah, Ripping kind of threads the needle through the zone coverage of both Campbell and McDuffie.
They're getting their passing game going in the second half because it was pretty abysmal in the first half. Only 3 catches.
Nice
receivers.
Play by McDuffie, and I think Enigbare was the one who first forced this run outside. We get a big loss. It was Enigbare initially forced the back to bounce it, and then McDuffie cleans up.
It's a great play.
Yeah, that's Enigbare's second big run defense play of the game. You live over there? Trying to let you call some plays.
I'm just kind of I see the flag. I saw is it the Puka Nakua catch? He got both toes down. I see the flag. Okay, it's holding on the offense. Still 2nd down. Oh, pass interference on Puka. Who was it? Who's that on? Is that on Carrington Bale? Oh yeah, pushed him right in the helmet.
Pushed him down. Yeah.
Yep.
That puts him in 2nd and 25. Gotta think they're gonna pass here. I would bring some heat. Think this ball gets tipped at the line. Takes a weird bounce. Regardless, they're in 3rd and 25. Yeah, it's Carl Brooks. Carl Brooks gets his arm up and tips it.
Yep. All right. Good. 3rd and 25. Are they in field goal range where they're currently at?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So I would assume that the Rams aren't looking to pick up a first down here. They're probably looking to just pick up just enough for field goal range. So we're looking at somewhere between 5 and 10 yards. So I would still play this like it's like 3rd and shortish. Yeah, and there's the screen pass. Try to get closer, get him out of bounds. It's going to be a long field goal. I think it's probably going to be 52 yards, probably.
Well, so they're On 4th and 17, they're lining the offense up. I gotta think they're just trying to get us to jump off sides.
And then do the delay a game thing potentially.
I think they're in field goal range. That should be a delay game there. Why
that's
are the refs? The refs took a solid 6 seconds after the clock hit zeros to call delay of game. I don't know why this has been all game long. I think third or fourth time the Rams have had a delay of game and the refs have been super slow to call it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, holy cow. Yeah, that's wild. That took that long to call. Delay a game.
The play calling in this game has been, or rather, the penalty calling in this game has been so one-sided. I'm like, do the refs have money on this? Some of these calls have just been atrocious. There's a bad punt. We'll be getting it at about the 16 or so. This is a drive where you would love to see the offense just string together a sustained clock-eating drive and go put points on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Put the fumble behind you and just get the ball moving, gain some confidence. It seems like LaFleur is finally letting Love pass a little more. You got to hope his receivers don't let him down, but I would definitely do not want us to forget Aaron Jones. He should still be the key driving force for this drive.
Could be. So your bold prediction came true in the first half. You got exactly 12 carries in the first half. So, which is, I think, is the most he's had all, I don't know if it's all season, but at least in the last 5-6 weeks. So,
yeah, other than game 1 against the Bears, he really has not been getting the touches he needs. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing some power eye on this drive, putting Dillon at fullback.
Yeah, whenever we've done that, it works out really well. Man, defense has been playing good. 7-3. Man, this is just ugly football right now. It's just one of those ugly ass weeks, man. It's just wild to call these type games after when we first started doing these podcasts. We're used to seeing Rodgers hitting Devontae for 3 touchdowns in game and putting up 40 points. And
the very first play that came to my mind when you were talking about when we first started doing this was I think it was that week 3 game against the Niners on the road where we had 30 seconds left on the clock and Rodgers finds Devontae, gets us in field goal range for the win.
Crosby cruise missile.
Yeah,
hits that game winner. Every time I think about this podcast stuff first started, I always think about the primetime game in the snow against Tennessee where Devontae and Aaron just lit them up for it was, I think it was 3 touchdowns Devontae had in that game.
Well, dude, AJ Dillon, that was his career best game. And that was also his coming out party, we thought.
He played better than Derrick Henry did, and we shut down Derrick Henry in that game too.
Yeah,
I remember all week long, me and you were texting back and forth, be "Oh, Derrick Henry's gonna kill us," because our running game sucked that year. Actually, it sucked every year, but it was MVP Derrick Henry for him. All right, I'm at 2nd and 5. AJ Dillon picks up a 5-yard run on that.
It's called
we
back.
Give it to him again.
Holding on Myers,
but should have drafted Creed Humphrey.
Dude, we just
The Bears are
cannot put a single drive together without penalties.
Nope.
Oh man. Josh Myers is a bust.
Yeah, we're gonna have to draft another center. You know what?
Also, I almost wonder if it makes sense to get a veteran center. A guy who even if he's not elite, like he's seen enough that he can stabilize the guards around him.
should never get Rick Corley. 2nd and 15. Screen to Dylan gets like 3 yards. We're looking at like 3rd and 12. Not a good look for a really dysfunctional offense. So
You remember how good this offensive line was when we had Corey Lindsley?
it was amazing. MVP helped Rodgers win back-to-back MVPs. Ooh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Does Aaron Jones get it?
I'm
It's
not
gonna be a
sure.
real
They're
close
still
call.
deciding. Also, they might have pulled Nischman and put Walker in.
60.
Oh, god
63.
damn it. Are you fucking kidding me?
Did they call it short?
No, we run it and Aaron Jones fumbles. Although I'm very curious to see if he's down before this ball pops out.
I'm about to look. I know he's down. Don't think he's down. They're going to definitely call that Rams ball, but I think it came out as I think he got punched out as he's coming down. I'm about to find out right here.
It's even if we challenge it, I think it's going to be very hard to say there's conclusive evidence to overturn it.
That was a good run, too. That was a really good run.
Dude, what is up with Aaron Jones and fumbles? Like,
Aaron Jones has cost us some primetime games because of his fumbling. As good as Aaron Jones is, he really fucks up in the playoffs. Like that Tampa game when he dropped that pass. No, he didn't drop it, but he didn't like cut inside to score that touchdown and got tackled short before halftime in Tampa. That one was a killer. And then he comes out after the half and fumbles on that first play. Yep. I'm pretty sure he got bobbled up in San Francisco and didn't do much in the San Francisco. I think it was NFC Championship game.
no, San Francisco was divisional. Yeah, we're playing sloppy football. You can't expect to win games with multiple turnovers, a bunch of penalties, dropped passes. I just want us to put together one quality offensive drive. Like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like it's too much to ask for, but with this team.
Oh, you can just tell in our conversation that like just constantly the Green Bay Packers just stuck all the fun and air out of just talking about them. Like that crowd's probably whole stadium's probably just like deflated right now.
Yeah, dude, this is probably a dog shit game to be at. Getting rained on, scored 7 points.
You know, I'm like starting to see ads pop up on the internet for like buy Green Bay Packers tickets. Like there's still some available. Like you're starting to see like tickets being available for Green Bay games, which is wild. I haven't looked up to see what ticket prices are, but they're probably not at an all-time high.
Yeah, man, we're not putting a good product on the field right now. 2nd and 4 for the Rams. Handoff. Oh, did they fumble? They might have fumbled here.
I'll tell you. I'm just watching the mishaps screen moment. They're still showing that. All right, 2nd and 4. Single backfield. No, he's down.
Yeah, he's down. That's down.
Football gods couldn't be that nice to us.
The ball is definitely slick. Like anytime it's come out of someone's hands, it's like squirting forward for 10 yards.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure ground caused that fumble. Yeah, it's rain. It's rained pretty good there.
Yeah, I think they'll just say, his elbow touch, that qualifies as down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so they do reverse it. So it's going to put him in a 3rd and short. This is where you'd love to see a guy like a Sean Gary show up with a big play. Third and 2. Dude, we haven't seen Devontae Wyatt do anything since game 1 this year.
No, we haven't. He is not. That after some promise, he has not taken that next step at all.
For a 1st-round pick, and he's an older 1st-round pick too.
I should look into that actually.
All right. Well, I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Yeah, I just saw a 3rd and 2 play.
Yeah, McDuffie shoots the gap and tackles Freeman in the backfield. Just going to put him in a 4th down.
Kenny Clark is out for the rest of the game, by the way. I just looked into that.
Doesn't surprise me. All right, going for the field goal. Oh, that's that's about as wide right as he can get. That was nowhere close. Defense holds.
Getting lucky. All right, let's see if we can do something with it then.
Yeah, I don't understand why, like, anytime we pass the ball, it seems like LaFleur just exclusively wants to go with, like, long developing pass plays. Like, we saw at the end of the half there, we do a quick little slant to Jaden Reed, and it was an easy 8-yard pickup. Why aren't we doing quick hitters over the middle?
I don't know. It's just not part of the LaFleur offense. We just don't do it. I don't think we've done it very often. It's pretty rare when we do. I don't think you'll see that as far as as long as LaFleur's our coach. I feel like Devontae would do them once in a while, but
it's like all the things that you expect a slot receiver to do, and that's like what Jaden Reed is built to be for us.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't use a slot receiver the way that you should use a slot receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if this was under the McCarthy reign or if this was during LaFleur because it's been so long. But now that I think about it, I can't recall seeing Packers use a lot of slants ever since um that
Since
Bears
Jennings
linebacker.
left.
No, since that Bears linebacker messed up Devontae Adams on that slant hit over the middle. Remember, he got carted off the field. I don't. Who was it? Danny Trevathan like laid out Devontae on a screen pass over the middle and had to get like put on the like back strap thing with his head. And he actually like came back next week and played, but I remember I thought Devontae was dead.
I mean, that was a long time ago, right? It was probably like
It might.
2016, 2017.
Do you think it was that long ago?
I think so.
I think it was when Devontae was like coming into his own now. So I don't feel like we've done slant since then.
Dude, Greg Jennings used to kill with the slant.
All right. Yeah, you're right. 2017. All right.
First
Got the
down,
ball
Love
back.
has all day in the pocket, dumps it off to Musgrave for 6 yards. I don't know why we're using Musgrave for little dump offs, dude. He should be going on 15-yard post routes.
Second and
Second and
4.
4. Second and 4, that was Love's nicest pass of the game.
Nice.
Hits Wicks on a deep out, probably 16-yard gain or so. Bit of a sidearm throw with some mustard on it.
That was a good throw. I think that makes Wicks our most efficient receiver today now.
Dude, honestly, like I think Wicks
Oh,
is
nice
showing more
highlight, by the way.
flashes. Like Wicks is showing more ability to get open than any of our receivers this year, I think. There we go. There we go.
I pinpointed Wicks before he was even a Packer when in the draft. I thought Wicks was an awesome day 3 target. Really glad we got him. All right. Jordan Love. Back to pass, taking a deep shot, hits Musgrave, who brings it down. Good catch. That's Musgrave's first for the day.
Well, no, he caught that dump off earlier on this drive. Love throws it a little high. If he had hit him in stride, Musgrave might have been able to keep running. But we're down in the red zone now. We run Aaron Jones on first down, picks up a few yards. If we can score a touchdown out of this, you feel a lot more comfortable about this, the outcome of this game. Second and 6. Got A.J. Dillon in the backfield. I think Love calls an audible here. Handoff to Dillon. Picks up maybe 4 yards.
Okay. So we're probably getting like a 3rd and 2 then. Yeah, I see we move Watson in line. Definitely isn't audible. 2 on the play clock. Yep. About 4. 3rd and 2. If we don't get this, are you kicking the field goal or are you going for it?
I mean, I think you got to take the points, put you up a touchdown, but it'd be real nice to get a touchdown here.
I am amazed our defense has held them to 3 points so far.
God damn it.
I am not surprised if we don't get this touchdown. This is not the Aaron Rodgers Packer offense anymore, man.
Bye, hon. Runyon and Myers get beat by Donald. He knifes
Yeah.
between them. Love gets sacked.
Mm-hmm. Love wasn't going to
Yeah,
pick up that first
I
down
thought
anyway.
Sean Ryan looked pretty good when he was in there, and Runyon has had multiple bad plays that I've seen this game.
I will say this:
I
Jordan Love should have gotten out of the pocket way sooner. Way sooner. As soon as he saw Donald split between the center and the guard, he should have started booking to the outside. I mean, he did wait a little bit until Donald finally broke through, and then he ran out. Donald's a fast defensive back. You got to know to get out of there
mean,
like that.
I don't blame a guy for not realizing how fast Aaron Donald is when he's never played Aaron Donald before. Like a man that size shouldn't move as fast as he does.
He's huge. All right, well, we're up by 7 now. That does move our for those interested in analytics, that does move our winning percentage up to 77% right now. Don't mean much.
Dude, not being able to cash in red zone opportunities, not being
This
able
is
to
what makes
cash
the
in
game.
turnovers, not being able to cash in big kick returns, like all these things add up. It's these little mistakes that throughout the course of the game, you let another team hang around and you're
Mhm.
going to lose.
For sure, 100%. We are amazingly lucky to have held the Rams to 3 points. I know they have a backup quarterback in. He's clearly struggling. He is not Matthew Stafford, but still, I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, the shitty weather is probably helping our team more than theirs, just given that
Mhm.
our style of football is sloppy and, getting the other team to play sloppy because of the weather benefits
Mhm.
us.
100%. All right, let's see. Some quick updates. We're going into the fourth quarter for a lot of the games here. Falcons are up 21-13 on the Vikings. Browns are shutting out the Cardinals 20-0. Commanders are beating the Patriots 20-17. The Bears and Saints are tied at 17. It's about to go into the fourth quarter. Ravens are up 20 on the Seahawks, 23-3. And a close one in Houston. The Bucks are beating the Texans 23-22 halfway through the third.
Yeah, I gotta say, so I really liked the Texans' hire of D'Amico Ryans as head coach, and I wasn't, I by no means did I think C.J. Stroud was like a slam dunk pick, but he's turned out pretty good so far. And if it looks like they got the quarterback of their future, it looks like they have the coach of their future, and
Mm-hmm.
they're just building a competitive culture. They're that kind of team right now, beating teams that they shouldn't be able to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Texans, they could be an actual contender in a year or two.
Which is wild because I thought they were in like full rebuild mode still. I thought it was wild that they even trade away their first round pick next year because I was like,
Yeah,
man, they could be
yeah,
like,
they moved back up to get Will Anderson, edge rusher, and I'm like, man, you could have just traded away like a top 3 pick in the draft next year,
I know
but
it's wild.
it's looking more and more like it'll be a mid round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so they're building something pretty good down there, and Mike, the
Yeah.
AFC South, it's kind of a division up for grabs. Like no team in like. Yeah, Jacksonville is driving it right now, but you can't convince me that they're like going to be a powerhouse for the next 10 years. They haven't shown that kind of ability yet.
Let's see. Second, and I'm at 2nd and 8 right now. Play action. Ripien. Oh, almost picked by Jair. Come on, make my bold prediction come true.
Yeah, he was close. He kind of had a layout for that one. It would have been a really impressive interception. So this puts him in a 3rd and 8.
It's one of Jair's best plays I've seen in the last like 3-4 weeks by him.
God damn it. They pick it up.
Come on.
I feel like they might have face masked Rashawn Gary on this.
Can't challenge that though.
Yeah.
Let me look. Yeah, it's a face mask on Gary. It definitely is.
Yeah, Ripien ends up hitting Nakua for the first down. Nixon was in coverage. Dude, Puka Nakua, what was he, a 5th-round pick this year? And he's coming out like a fucking all-pro receiver. How did that guy get missed?
It's no, I think it's Cooper Cup wasn't a high pick either. I don't think.
I
it's
think
just
he's a 3rd-rounder.
I think it's
Dude,
that Rams
Alexander almost had
system.
another pick on this.
Come on this 1st and 10 I'm about to watch.
Yeah.
Wow, they have a lot of they have like 2 tight ends in on that. Play another play action all day for Ripien. All day throws. Yeah, Jair got up there. We're got 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Rams not afraid to pass the ball this game.
All right, 2nd 10 shotgun. One in the backfield. 4-man rush by Green Bay. We have not blitzed much in this game, feel like.
No.
Have we? We haven't. We're relying on our rush, huh? All right, 3rd and 10. Nearing the end of the 3rd quarter, 43 seconds to go.
All right, this is going to be interesting. So we do stop them short. We stop them. They're going to be in about a 4th and 1 after a little dump off pass. Coming up on the end of the 3rd here, and they're past midfield. I wonder if they consider this 4-down territory. I think they'll go for it. I think they'll run the ball, but they probably wait until the start of the 4th.
I'll tell you what, they're gonna talk about it. They're gonna let this run down to the end of the 3rd. They're gonna talk about it. But
yeah,
they could try to draw us off sides, but you probably already know that answer. That would be my guess, but might be they're just gonna wait, talk about it over the commercial break, and decide what to do. I'm gonna guess they probably do go for it though.
Something has changed with your sound quality. Did you like change your mic method?
Well, now is it better?
Not really.
How about now?
It's like tolerable, but I don't know. Just something about it sounds more distant and tinny.
All right, hold on. I'll completely switch mics then. All right. How's that?
Yeah, that's much better.
All right, we'll go back to Old Faithful then.
Old
Big
Faithful.
these my Aaron Rodgers era headphones.
So what are your thoughts on the Vikings right now? I'm
Mm,
kind of afraid that with the Cousins injury, they're going to lose enough games to get within range of a top quarterback and go
yeah,
sell the farm to get one.
I don't think they're gonna get top. What the hell just happened? My game just cut out. What happened? Um, I don't think they're gonna be bad enough to get a top five pick, but I think they are in contention between the picks between like pick 6 and 10 at the moment.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see something in that like 8 to 13 range, and then if they're willing to give
They
up
go for it on
capital,
fourth down, then we stop them.
yes, yes, dude, we've actually been pretty damn solid in short run defense today.
I don't think the Rams' offensive line is the greatest by any means, but we are doing this without Kenny Clark at this point. So I
Yeah,
think who was that? Was that Colby Wooden
uh,
or Carl Brooks?
I think it was Carl Brooks.
Nice. Carl Brooks playing a great
Yeah,
game.
we do. I
Hey,
just got good eyes on it.
not for
Yosh Nijman
nothing.
has definitely been replaced with Rasheed Walker.
Okay. And not for nothing. I'm seeing, I think I saw TJ Slayton out there too. I haven't seen Devontae Wyatt out there at all.
I've seen him out there a few times.
Okay. He is playing, and so he's just not doing anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, it does seem. I feel like I've seen Brooks and Wooden more than Wyatt, and it's like have these rookie mid round guys passed our first round pick from last year on the depth chart?
Maybe. Wow, the Ravens are beating up on Seattle at this point, 30-3. Wow.
Dude, Ravens are a team that people don't talk about much, but they
They're
could.
always consistently good.
You're
All right,
not gonna
second.
like the looks of this second down play. This could have been way worse than it was.
I see second 8 plays underway. Jordan Love back to pass. Looks about to take a sack. Incomplete pass. Woo. Went from a sack to almost a pick to just an incomplete.
Well, to me, like that pass looks like it might have been heading backwards. That could have turned into a fumble. We kind of got lucky there. That's Love has got to learn to just fire the ball out of bounds and live to learn or live to fight another play. 3rd and 16. Good God, I just watched one of our receivers fucking stumble out of his route. Oh, Jesus, dude, this is like the Three Stooges out here.
Yeah, that was Watson too. And Terror, wow. Was that fumble? Is that a fumble? Please don't tell me that was a fumble. Looks like it's probably Rams ball if it is.
Okay, they
That's
they
an
ruled
incomplete
this shit
pass.
show an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it did
Um,
look like he was trying to get it out. I see Rasheed Walker just not blocking anyone, by the
yep,
way.
yep. I don't know what happened. I never saw an injury to Nijman. I don't know why he's out of the lineup right now. Dude, I hate that. Like, there's
He
so
does
clearly.
he does have an injury,
What is it?
back injury.
Oh, great, dude. I mean, to me, there's so clearly just either I don't know, there's some kind of miscommunication. Our front office and coaching staff are not on the same page. Why do you give Yosh Nijman a second round tender and pay him $4.5 million? And then the coaching staff just pretty much refuses to play him until their hand is forced, and then he ends up getting hurt. But it's like you would never give him that tender unless you expected him to be at the very least your top swing tackle, if not a starter. Instead, the coaching staff made him our fourth string tackle. And it's like this guy has shown in the past, he's proven that he's capable of blocking well enough to get you to the NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So I really just have zero faith in this coaching staff at this point, and I think they're actively holding our team back. And I don't want to see them sabotage the development of our young guys. I want us to hire a whole new coaching staff next year.
I think I don't think he's going to get fired this year.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. The only scenario I could see it happening is if we really have a meltdown season where we win like 3 games. I could see there being enough public pressure at that point.
I do think he's struggling to make adjustments mid-season. Like, we're on this losing streak right now, and things are not going well for us. Clearly, things are not working.
Name me another head coach in the league who just has such a confused, perplexed, helpless look on his face every game. Like other coaches, bad shit happens. They get pissed off and they go, they'll start talking with their coordinators or with the quarterback or something. LaFleur just like sits there with this flabbergasted look, like he doesn't know what to do.
I think the only other coach that is like that, it would be Joe Barry.
Yeah, we're collecting them.
Yeah. Well, Joe Barry's is scapegoat at this point.
Good God, man. I never considered that angle, but what if LaFleur kept Barry around specifically as a scapegoat?
There'd be something to that. You know what sucks is he passed over, who was it? I think he might even be the defensive corner for the Texans, maybe now. The Panthers, maybe the
Panthers,
Ejiro, and he's been doing a pretty good job from what I
passed over him twice.
Yeah,
he had 2 shots at him. And then like Brian Flores, he goes to the Vikings this year. Like there've been options out there, and LaFleur just he wants guys that he knows. That's all he feels comfortable with. And there have been more and more rumors coming out in recent weeks that LaFleur is a guy who he just hates to have anyone confront him or tell him no. So it's like, is he just like filling his staff with yes men?
Probably.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Am I gonna like this? All right, second 10, shotgun, one running backfield, intercepted, tipped by Jair, intercepted by, is that Owens? Jonathan Owens?
I think that's Owens. That was a hell of a tip by Alexander, though. He got air on that. I actually thought that was going to be a big gain, just like the way the pass was shaping up. But Alexander just launches into the air for that tip. This has been a sloppy ass game, dude. A lot of turnovers, a lot of penalties.
All right. Hey, we needed that, man. We needed that.
Dude, I mean, we're up a touchdown, and now we've got the ball back. We're in the driver's seat here. Like, this is kind of, at this point, if we lose the game, I feel like it's going to be self-inflicted. It's sad that we're like clinging on here against a backup quarterback who's never even shown the ability to be a good backup. But hey, that's what it is. That's your
It is what
2023 Green Bay Packers.
All right, let's see. Hey, Vikings took the lead on the Falcons. They're up 24-21 at the start of the fourth quarter. Still a lot of ball game left in that one. Saints took the lead on the Bears. That kind of sucks. They got 10 minutes left in that game. Let's hope for something.
Oh,
All right, I'm still on commercial break. Are you back yet?
yeah, I'm still on commercial.
Okay. What? Where is the ball? It's probably still pretty deep in our territory, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, by the looks of that pick, I'm gonna estimate our own 35. Oh no, shit! Actually, we're right at the 50. That's
Oh, good.
and Love comes out, goes right to Wicks on an out for a first down. Dude, Wicks he's kind of like he had that freak fumble earlier in the game, but it seems like he's just kind of becoming the guy that Love trusts now. Which like that was Romeo Dobbs for most of the season, but Wicks seems to show a better ability to get open deep. So I mean that's a guy that we should really be keeping an eye on for growth throughout the year.
I just watched that pick play. That was kind of a. I feel like that was an error, maybe almost on like Jair. He like that underneath the receiver was wide open. Like he kept running with the other receiver and just left the bottom one wide open for that reception. But he probably didn't have much other choice other than do it. He didn't want to be beat deep, so rather give up the underneath play than give up the deep play. All right, 6-yard gain by Aaron Jones
Yeah,
on a
did you
rush.
see how terrible Josiah DeGora's block was on that run?
I didn't specifically see Josiah on that.
Yeah, he whiffed big time. Jones probably could have picked up a first if he had a better lead block. Okay, yeah, so they are showing Yosh Nijman officially questionable to return with a back injury,
Oh, they did show
as
it.
well
Okay.
as one of the Rams cornerbacks is questionable to return. All right, come on, Jordan Love under center, hand off to Jones. Solid run, about 6 yards. Got to get points off of this interception, man. Even a field goal changes the complexion of this game.
Yeah, makes it a 2-score game, and we're nearing about the 10-minute point here in the fourth quarter. Whole nother ball game. Our defense has been playing pretty well, and you're going to be putting with a 2-score game. You're putting Arizona, or not Arizona, the Rams in a position to have to throw the ball, and you can kind of adjust your defensive calls accordingly. And for whatever reason, our secondary's been holding up okay. I hope that when it comes to that, we don't just go into just like super soft mode and they just start dinking and dunking all the way down the field and just pick up a touchdown, which is typical for Joe Barry. Like even when we had like really good secondaries, Joe Barry would still call that vanilla ass defense and stuff, and just
Yeah.
like teams will just march right down in like 5 plays and score a touchdown and only eat up like 3 minutes off the clock. Yeah, I could see it get 3rd and inches though. 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go on the clock for me. 3rd and inches. Those are some sick hoodies that LaFleur's rocking today. Wouldn't mind one of those. All right.
Yeah, I do not like this play call on 3rd and inches.
I guess we probably don't get it then, huh?
No, so Rams are stacking the
Nothing.
box. Stacking the box clearly in man coverage, and we go with an outside run to A.J. Dillon. He gets stopped. I would have been looking for. I would have loved to bootleg Love and give him the option to run or pass. So 4th and inches, we're going to go for the field goal to make it a 10-point game. Carlson did miss one earlier, but he's also hit one. All right, come on, young man.
Come on. 4th and inches. Come on. What if we just call a sneak here? Well, I know we won't, but come on, hit it.
It's good, but it was closer than it should have been. All right, I got to go pee so that I don't miss the end of this game.
Okay.
Fill some airtime.
Do my best. All right, Andrews. Wow, that was a lot closer than I would have.
Yeah, I was nervous on that.
Wow, that didn't look good. All right, 9:08 left. We're up by 10, 13-3. That's going to move our analytical needle to 94.7% win probability. Jordan Love on the day, 15 for 21, 155 yards. Ripien, whatever. Hasn't even hit 100 yards passing today. Surprisingly, he's at 99 yards with 1 pick. The top receiver for the Rams, Cooper Kupp, at the moment, 1 reception for 34 yards. That's pretty awesome that we've kept them to 1 catch for 34 yards. Wicks, 4 receptions for 49 yards. We're doing all right in the secondary today. Doing all right. All right, let's see. Well, Bucks just got a big pass play to Mike Evans, 53 yards. Got brought down at the 1-yard line. Wow, he was almost in. All right. Kickoff for Green Bay. Anders Carlson kicks it into the end zone for a touchback. All right, 1st and 10. Shotgun, 4 receivers set, 1 in the backfield. We got 3 down linemen. Gary's out there and Preston Smith's out there. Oh, great play by Valentine. Comes around the corner, swats it right down. Love to see it. This kid's playing phenomenal today. Love to see it. Playing off, comes up. I'm Puka Nacua. Just gets his hand right over there. Like that, swats it right down. Great play by the rookie. Rams going with a quick 2nd down play, though. Hits Tutu Atwell with Keyshawn Nixon with a hard tackle. Nixon looks a little dinged up on the play, though. Ugh, not good. Yeah, he's not. Is he hurt or is he just upset with his performance on that play? No, he's definitely dinged up. But what a play by Carrington Valentine. This kid is playing phenomenal today. He's all over the place. Rasul who? We don't even need him anymore. We got Carrington fucking Valentine out there, man.
What happened? I missed it.
Man, Valentine with another great fucking play. Just like comes up on Puka Nacua, just jumps the route perfectly. Doesn't get the pick, but he gets his hand over the side of him. So that swats that motherfucker right down just like that. Incomplete pass. On the 2nd down play, they hit Tutu Atwell on like a little screen. Nixon makes a great hard tackle, but gets a little bit banged up on the play. Gets up under his own power, though, when he's walking off. In comes Ennis Gaines. Fuck me running. I am not a fan of Ennis Gaines, but they're probably going to throw right at him.
Face mask on Gary. You better call that shit.
Oh, shit. You're already that far ahead of me, huh?
Yeah, they don't call it, but it was an obvious face mask.
Shit, we got Cooper Kupp. We got Ennis Gaines on Cooper Kupp. Don't love that. That is a clear and obvious call on there. It gets a tip pass by who gets the tip? Who gets the tip? 45. I
didn't
don't even know
see
45. It's number
40
45. Or was it Brooks?
45. No, Brooks is in the 90s. 45 might be Eric Wilson.
Who gets the tip on that? Show me. No, I don't want to see Cup. Don't show me fucking Cup. I know Cup's open. He's got his gains on him. All right. Hey, we fucking hold them, though. 4th and 6. We're getting the ball back. Watch for a fake, though. Okay.
Dude, we got lucky with that tip, man. I can't believe they didn't call that face mask on Gary. The guy nearly took his head off.
Holy shit. I just looked at the score real quick. I just got massive fucking deja vu, and I just didn't fucking enjoy it, but whatever. 13-3, middle of the 4th quarter. Just fucking San Francisco 49er shit all over it.
Yeah, well, we're on the other side this time.
No, we were up 13-3 against San Francisco halfway through the 4th. And then that's when the block punt came. They scored a touchdown, then they marched down and
I thought we only
was
scored
10-3.
10 points in that game.
Okay, it was
Yeah.
10-3. Yeah, Cooper Kupp only one. Cooper Kupp is their leading receiver today with 34 yards. He's only done
Off
it on one
that-
catch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
off that one big play earlier.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. Watch Christian Watson's block on this first down play.
Oh, does he give the Devontae Adams effort? Oh, wow. Christian Watson definitely wanted. Yeah. Hey, you are not that good of a receiver not to block like that. You know, it's surprising that he's not more aggressive. His blocking Green Bay doesn't go after receivers who like can't fucking block,
Yeah.
you know?
I will say though, actually on the replay of that, I see that he was going up against a defensive lineman. So the fact that the Rams had a defensive lineman lined up out wide on Watson, that tells me they knew what play call was coming, and Love didn't think the audible. But what are we doing that they know the play call coming to the degree that they're willing to line up a defensive lineman on
Right.
Christian Watson, one of the
Right.
fastest guys in the league?
Yeah. Good fucking question, man.
3rd and 6. Come on, baby. Let's put this thing away.
Come on, we're in the shotgun. Aaron Jones up top, two receivers up top, one down low. Dobbs coming through.
A nice, strong catch with his
Yep.
hands. And good pass by Love. That thing was a bullet. That's what we need to see more of.
Hey, do you know
On
who
the
sucks?
money.
Do you know who sucks really bad? Christian Watson.
Dude, he's been invisible this year.
He hasn't done anything. He's literally done fucking nothing this year.
Dude, and the thing is, we could have picked George Pickens, and we wouldn't have had to trade it up so far to get him with the division rival.
Yeah. I hope that he continues to like develop and like he's just on that Devontae path where Devontae's first 2 years weren't great. And then he kind of turned it around in year 3, year 4, and got that contract. I hope that's what happens. Man, but Devontae would still show flashes in his second year, and Watson has not shown flashes in the second year.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Watson looked great his first year, and it's almost like he got full of himself and didn't put in the work this offseason. Because he's been almost invisible on this offense.
Yeah, it's bad. All right, 2nd and 10, shotgun. We move Degora in motion. Love comes up, takes a sack. I don't think it's going to go down as a sack because it got back to line of scrimmage, but
No, it's a sack. Puts us in a 3rd and 11.
Right. 3rd and 11, yeah. Well, if anything else, this eats up clock and still 2-score game. At this point, I'm going to assume Green Bay just isn't this. They're not going to be trying to pick up the first down here. They're in clock eating mode at this point now.
Well, you would be wrong, my friend. You would be wrong because we
fucking
go
throw it.
balls to the wall on this. Oh boy.
Don't love. I would have just fucking ran it. Watson catches it.
He catches it. Big play by Watson, but he's hurt afterward.
Oh my God! What the fuck is wrong with this guy? This guy is made of glass. Well, thank you for making the grab at least. Well, after watching this grab, Watson's catch is lucky as shit. He just puts his hands up and doesn't try to catch it. It's just up here and it hits him here, and he's like, oh, it just lands into my hands, and I just happen to catch. He doesn't actually grab the fucking football at the high point and bring it down.
I will say Love didn't put the ball in a great position for him. Kind of underthrew it again, made him come back for it. But it works out. We get, you might say that's the dagger there because we're essentially in the red zone now.
If we can score a touchdown, we can score a touchdown, that's dagger. I wouldn't call a field goal potentially could still keep them in it. But
field goal doesn't do much for us here because it's still a 2-score game either way.
I would
look like Watson's okay on the sideline.
I would almost be aggressive and if it's 4th and short, I'm going for it. I'm trying to go for the touchdown. Because with where the clock's at now, if the Rams march down and get a touchdown, the chances of them also being on a march down and get a second touchdown are probably slim to none, but they could still get a field goal potentially. So I'm being aggressive and trying to get another touchdown here.
Oh, you'll like this. We've been waiting for this.
2nd and 7. Motion. Jones. Oh. Up the middle. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Luke Musgrave.
I believe that is Luke Musgrave's first professional touchdown.
Holy shit, it was over the middle on an intermediate spin. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And that was Love's third read. He tried to go to Jones, then he checked the other sideline, then he goes to Musgrave.
Welcome to the NFL, kid. Welcome to the NFL.
I hope to see a lot more of that, dude. Musgrave is one of our most promising pieces. With him being a rookie tight end, it's to be expected that he's going to take some time to grow. But he is one of the few guys who has shown flashes of elite ability.
Man, what a good play. He even gets the block in on whoever it is there. And then that's some Travis Kelce shit right there, man.
Yeah, man. Dude, Musgrave is the type of talent that as he gets more consistent, you could build an offense around him.
100%. Well, for all intents and purposes, that's about going to fucking do it for this game. Green Bay is up 20-3. That moves our analytical folks up to 99.9%. Looking pretty fucking good at this point now. This is a 3-score game any way you look at it now, and we're looking at a 3-score game with 3:41 left in this game. It's going to be real tough for the Rams to come back in this one. And how about holding the Rams to 3 points with 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, man? Even with a backup quarterback. That's pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, well,
except for we give up a big ass play on the kickoff, though.
Yeah, we do let them get out to about the 35 there. So if we manage to hold on here for this W, that's going to move us to 3-5. And we don't really face any powerhouse teams on the schedule other than we face Kansas City and we face the Lions again. So like I said at the beginning of this broadcast, the playoffs are definitely a feasible reality. I don't think if it even happens, which that's still a long, long shot, I don't think we would do anything in the playoffs. Frankly, I'm more interested in just seeing progression from the young guys this year, and I wouldn't mind a good draft pick to go with it. But hey, we had a backup quarterback come into our house, and we took care of business as we should have.
This is where, for those fantasy folks out there, this is probably where you're going to get your Cooper Cup garbage time stats here. I already hit him on a underneath route for a first down. I wouldn't be surprised to keep hitting shots like that to him, as well as Puka. We probably give up a touchdown, probably, which sucks, but I know we're just playing bend, don't break defense. Just try not to give it.
Oh man,
nice.
dude, one of our defenders just fucking bulldozed the ref on this deep shot. Probably did it on purpose after all their bullshit calls today.
Oh, I did just see it. Wow. Good. That means you can't call any flags then. I'm looking at Joe Barry. Joe Barry just looks like a guy that probably that shouldn't know how to call like plays. He did an all right job today, I guess, but
Alexander has had a pretty good game today. He led up the one big reception to Cup, but other than that, he's had several impact plays. Hopefully that sore back is behind him. They are sending Watson. They are sending Watson to the locker room. I assume it's precautionary at this point with the game essentially out of hand.
Yeah, he's probably definitely done for the day. Yeah, and he's like jogging off the field too, so that's probably a good look. Watson with the Randy Moss throw going on though.
Yeah. I would really love to see Watson start stepping up and growing more. I mean, I almost wonder if maybe he needs to be challenged and not feel comfortable in his starting role. Maybe Dontavian Wicks should start taking some snaps from him.
Maybe Wicks has played admirably this year
for a rookie fifth rounder.
Mm-hmm.
I damn near say he's our most reliable receiver at this point.
Yeah, like him and Dobbs are really the only ones who on a somewhat consistent basis can come up with some shit. So
yeah,
Jane Reed showed flashes, but like
today, Reed has shown flashes for sure, but
he was invisible today. All right, 4th and 2. They're going for it. And almost picked by Carrington Valentine, but turnover on downs.
Preston Smith gets the tip, and then with the ball up in the air, Valentine gets his hands on it. Probably should have been a pick.
But. Now's a good time to probably say this is I don't know what Preston Smith's contract looks like. I don't know if this is his last year or not. Maybe he comes back again next year. Preston Smith probably won't be a Packer for too much longer based on just like his age and like whatnot. He's probably not in the long-term plans. But if anyone has embodied what it's meant to be a Green Bay Packer, it's Preston Smith, man. Like what a solid dude. And like when me and you
guys took a pay cut to stay with the team.
When me and you were like clamoring for him to be the one that got cut like 2 or 3 years ago and stuff, be like, oh, he had a down year, let's cut him. And then he knows he had down year, so he took a pay cut to stay with the team. And he's just been nothing but solid for us ever since then. Like,
yeah, I mean, he definitely he never reached the heights of Za'Darius Smith, but he's the sort of guy that every
been
team
working.
needs. Like he's a pretty dependable, reliable guy. Doesn't really get hurt.
If he plays out the rest of his contract for us, which I have to look it up, but if he stays steady the way he is, do you think he makes the Packer Hall of Fame? He's not Pro Football Hall of Fame, but no,
No,
not even close.
no,
Okay,
not even close, dude. He's had like one season with more than 10 sacks.
he's been solid. He's been consistently solid for us, though.
Yeah, I mean he's solid, but I wouldn't put him in the Packers Hall of Fame.
Okay, fair. All right. While we still have some time left in this game, the Falcons are beating the Vikings at the moment with 2 minutes left in that game.
By how much?
3 points. I can't tell where they are on the field, though. I don't know if they're about to score again or not, though. The Saints are probably going to beat the Bears. They're up 24-17 on the Bears with 2 minutes left, and they're in the red zone. So they're at least going to get another field goal, if not a touchdown, which makes it a 2-score game with 2 minutes left. So that sucks. The Saints probably going to beat the Bears. I guess that's really about it for teams that we care about, I guess. So
Yeah, Lions are on a bye week, right?
yeah, okay. The Falcons did score a touchdown actually, so it's 28-24. Vikings need a touchdown with 2 minutes left in the game to win that. So Falcons probably win that, I would guess. Let's see.
So all right, let me ask you this. Because there's kind of been this talking head consensus that when Kirk Cousins' contract ends at the end of this season, that the Vikings would want to move on, that he just hasn't been able to get him over the hump. But it's not like they have any real succession plan in place. If they play well enough to not get a top pick and you know they don't manage to get a new rookie quarterback, do you think they bring Cousins back? Or do you think another team would pay Cousins more money? I definitely think Cousins, I think his entire career plan has been about maximizing his money. And he's done a pretty good job of that. Do you think another team would pay more for Cousins than the Vikings are willing to do, coming off an injury?
Yeah, probably. I'm going to throw something a little bit wild out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. It all depends on where Minnesota ends and whether or not they can get a top rookie prospect quarterback. But let's assume that they win enough games where they don't. Okay, and they're not willing to mortgage the farm to move up and get him to get a rookie quarterback. I think you see them move on from Cousins and they make a play for Kyler Murray. Because I have heard that Arizona, Kyler Murray is not in the long-term plans for Arizona. And Arizona's in a much better spot of getting one of those rookie quarterbacks, those like top 3, top 4 rookie quarterbacks, which if that becomes the case, then Kyler Murray becomes expendable. And I bet Minnesota could then swing a reasonable offer for something like Kyler Murray and see if that works. That's just a pure speculation guess on my part.
Yeah, I mean, Kyler Murray does have that X factor athleticism. He has shown borderline all pro ability in the past, but he's also shown to be a guy that isn't necessarily a leader on the team. And it's, you know, I don't know. That'd be an interesting play. It would be a tough matchup for us every year, but I also don't know. I might not hate them giving up if they gave up a ton of capital to go get Kyler Murray.
I don't think they would have to give up even like a first round pick for Kyler Murray at this point. I think it would be like
Really?
Yeah,
I
really.
totally disagree. I totally disagree. I guarantee
a
the
second.
Cardinals can get at least a first for
seconds.
Kyler Murray.
2 seconds, I bet. I bet they get him for 2 seconds.
No,
Max.
man. I think
No, because as soon as Arizona drafts a rookie quarterback, it's going to drastically lower the asking price for Kyler Murray. You can't reasonably ask for the moon for Kyler Murray because teams are going to be able to call your bluff. They're going to be like, what are you going to do with Kyler Murray's contract as a backup quarterback?
well, you trade them before you take the quarterback, but regardless, it's all you need is
dangerous
two
to do that. Dangerous
all-
to do that because
all
you don't
you-
know if you get the quarterback. Plus, you
all
want the
you-
draft capital to move up and you can get your rookie quarterback potentially. You want to make that move before the draft so you can get more draft capital.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you make it before you take the quarterback. You make the move before the draft, so you have more capital.
Shit. Yeah, good fucking point. I guess good fucking
But
point.
also, all you need is two teams bidding for him. Like,
Okay.
even if they know you want to get rid of them, they need to outbid each other.
Okay. Well, then you know what? Goop better get on the phones and be like, "Hey, whatever you're throwing in for him, we'll throw Jordan Love in." Be like, "Hey, Jordan Love's on the fucking table too." You know, like, would you rather have Jordan Love or Kyler Murray? It's a good question. Who would you rather have? Would you have Jordan Love or Kyler Murray for quarterback?
I'd probably take Kyler Murray at this point.
Think so? Okay.
I mean, I think Love has shown some good intangibles, but how consistently he has been inaccurate on the deep ball is a major concern to me.
Yeah. And that's something that's gonna be tough to like fix, man. Like, it's tough to fix accuracy on a deep ball, which is a little bit wild that he doesn't translate to games because I've seen him in practice, like practice videos. You know, where like Aaron Rodgers has historically thrown those like 30, 40-yard bombs and gets them into those little nets that are this big. I've seen Jordan Love hit the same fucking thing. Like, I've seen videos of Jordan Love throwing those 30, 40-yard bombs and he gets them in that little net. He can do it, but whatever it is, he can't translate it to the game. I don't know if he has an issue with like the depth perception on a moving target because those things aren't moving. The things
Yeah.
aren't moving when he hits it. So he can like hone in and be like, all right, I know it's not moving. I hit it. He has a hard time gauging like his receiver's speed versus where the ball should be, I feel. All right. Oh, shit. I missed our upcoming schedule. You did mention earlier that we had some winnable games.
Ooh,
coming up.
shit, dude. We got Eric Wilson out here burning clock for us, and he just busted a big ass run, probably 30-yarder.
Oh, nice. I'm about to see. Is that
Nice
the second
to
and three?
see. Yeah, nice to see them giving Eric Wilson some opportunities because he's a guy who flashed in preseason,
Yeah,
shows the ability to get to the edge that AJ
He-
Dillon does not have.
he's the guy that we cut Patrick Taylor for. So,
Mhm.
yeah, and he did go out of bounds. I'm gonna assume we probably don't score. In fact, we probably could take knees at this point. No.
I think
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. Yep.
Yeah. So next week we're in Pittsburgh. Shit, that could be a game I could have went to. Pittsburgh's not that far away. Pittsburgh at 1:00. And then and then the Chargers come to town at 1:00 on the week after that. And then
Well, so let's
on
start with
Detroit.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, it's a winnable game. You know, I think there are no easy games left on our schedule, but Pittsburgh, we can compete. Chargers, they absolutely have more talent than us, but I think they've got a bad coaching staff. They haven't been able to put it together in the Justin Herbert era so far. So I'm going to say that's another game we can compete in. What do we got after that?
We had Detroit on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
That probably not.
And that's in Detroit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're probably going to get dismantled.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. I don't want to like have to watch that game before I eat my fucking Thanksgiving meal, but whatever. I'll just be blackout drunk. By
Yeah,
the time
dude, you're going to have to contend with your brother shit talking, aren't you?
I don't have Thanksgiving with him.
Oh, no. All right.
So
Well, the win
probably
is
just not
official.
be.
23.
We are now 3-5. So at this point, like looking at this schedule and seeing some winnable games and seeing us win today, it puts me in this weird mood, like feeling where my biggest fear is just being like middle of the pack and getting like pick 16 in the draft, you know? Like I don't want pick 16, not make the playoffs and not be able to get like a stud player in the draft. So I either want us to like basically win out and like get to at least enjoy a wild card playoff game. Like I know we're probably not gonna win it or something, but like just I miss Packer playoff football. We haven't had it in like 2 years. I just want to see one fucking game in a while. Or we just keep fucking losing and we get like a top 5 pick. That's kind of where I'm at with this team.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think for me, the main thing I want to see above all else is I want to see this young offense grow and like really start to give us faith that they can be built around and that they don't need to all be replaced. If we can grow and lose some games at the same time, I think that's probably ideal. Like I would love to get a top 10 pick where we can get a real blue chip guy in. To get Marvin Harrison Jr., you probably got to be in the top 3. But we could probably get one of the top offensive linemen, and tackle is supposed to be one of the strengths of this coming draft. That would be huge for us if we could get a new left tackle for the next decade. But yeah, if we end up in that, pick 15, 16 range, it's I wonder if Goot would package lower picks to move up and try to get a blue chip guy at that point.
We got 5. We have 5 picks in the first 100 round or the first 100 picks, I think, or something like that. So I am watching this Viking offense here put themselves in a position to win.
Yeah, I'm seeing this as well.
I do hope Minnesota wins, actually, just for like draft position purposes at this point. So
Oh, they got 39 seconds and 2 timeouts to get a touchdown, and they're already in the red zone.
well, they need a touchdown though, so which they could do easily. Man, I had my doubts about Green Bay winning this game, to be honest with you. And
I didn't think we were going to. I thought that to be honest, I thought the coaching staff was losing the team and that the trade of Rasul Douglas would kind of gut morale and the team would throw in the towel. But that's not what happened. I mean, we came out to compete, especially the defense, holding the Rams to 3 points.
here's a wild here's a wild fucking stat. We held Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua to 5 catches that combined. 5.
Yeah, if only we could face Brett Ripien every week.
and we had a 7 and our best corner, our best defensive back was a 7th round corner. Not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think the promise that Carrington Valentine has shown factored into Gutekunst's decision to trade Rasul Douglas.
Probably. And we get Eric Stokes back at some point here in like 3 more weeks too. So
yeah, and Stokes is a guy like we kind of got to see what he has. This is his 3rd year now. We need to figure out whether or not we're picking up that 5th year option.
Yeah. Douglas was never the long-term plan as CB2. It's
Vikings take the lead.
They score a touchdown.
Yep.
Okay. I'm about to see.
All right, good. Put all your faith in Joshua Dobbs. He can be your future.
Is that Jordan Addison too that scored?
No, it was some nobody. Powell.
Oh, Brandon Powell. Yep, more nobody. So we held the Rams offense to 3. They didn't even score a touchdown today. Not bad. And the rushing defense held the Rams to 68 total yards of like rushing.
Dude,
That's
Anik Barre and Carl Brooks were living in the backfield today, as well as Rashawn Gary. Really solid play from the defensive front.
yeah. As I said before, I know that the Rams do not have a really good offensive line and stuff, but I mean, not bad. Not bad.
All right, my
All right,
brother.
man. I got some stuff to do, so I better probably just wrap this up and maybe we'll be back again next week.
Yeah, we got to see when the Packers are going to be on national television again. It's kind of hit and miss these days.
Yep.
But
All right,
yeah,
man.
we'll keep looking for that growth and hoping that these young guys can put it together, because it really does. Like, if I'm taking one silver lining out of what we've witnessed so far this year, which has been tough to watch, it's that Love generally is not making bad decisions. He's made some, but it's not like he's consistently making bad decisions. And he's shown a willingness to fight and come back. It's really been like the offensive line being inconsistent and the young receivers just kind of letting him down. If the parts around him could grow, like, I do still have hope that Love could be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely less confident in that than I was at the start of the season, but it's something to keep an eye on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, maybe this is a turning point and our young guys can, that flip switches and second half of the year we start seeing improvement. We play and start playing better. It's the hope, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, Pittsburgh should be a good test for us because I think their offense is bad enough that it's a game we can compete in, but they also have a pretty darn solid defense. So we'll see
and
what our offense can
and
do.
and they're pretty well coached.
Oh yeah.
Really well coached. So that's gonna be a key matchup, LaFleur versus Tomlin. So all right, man. Hey, go pack, go. Celebrate the win.
Go Pack, go.
Oh, there we go. Till
All
next
right.
time.